Yes. Coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za. Coming to you live again on Radio Garden app. Coming to you live again on www.kgosiefm.holdings.co.za. Coming to you live again on my Facebook pages, Kgosietsile Segongane. My name is Kgosietsile Segongane again. We are back again today, man, with the local news. Kgosi FM local news, Pretoria West, Danville, Ward 60, number 70. My name is Kgosietsile Segongane. Welcome again today on a Tuesday, the 5th of August 2024. I believe today we're going to have a smooth. Yesterday was a mess, gentlemen, ladies, and I apologize for that, man, because you know what? Yeah, I hope today you're not going to have issues like we had issues yesterday. I just hope to God. Let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. And like I said, I'm streaming live now on my Facebook page, which is Kgosietsile Segongane. It doesn't want to come through. But once again, let's just hope to God today you're not going to have issues like we did yesterday. Let me know on 064 548 776 now if you can hear me. And if you can hear me, yes, then we are in it. If you can hear me as well, let me know. Let's see this, because yesterday when we were checking our router, there was one connection that we didn't know who that person was. And thank God to one of the listeners that says to me, listen, Kgosi, go to your router, check your router. And then I went in that router and I checked, and there was somebody piggybacking on our router yesterday, and I managed to remove him. So hopefully he will stay out, or she will stay out. Whoever they are, they will stay out as well. So today we'll have a nice stream. We'll have a nice show today as planned, or as planned. So I'm putting right now on 064 548 776. If you really can hear me, if you can hear me, beautiful. We'll continue with our show today. We'll continue with our show today. And if not, if there's gonna be issues again, we're gonna have to stop the show. But like I always said, if you can't get me on my stream as we're streaming live on radio, and it starts doing what like it was doing yesterday, just go to Facebook. My Facebook is Kgosietsile Segongane, and then you will see me live there, and you can still continue to watch the show there live, and then you can still continue to comment there as well. Still comment on WhatsApp as like always. So today we are talking about the councillor's response to yesterday's match. He didn't respond to us, unfortunately. He responded to a citizen, and then we are going to quote him as what he said on a citizen about yesterday's match. And I called him in the morning today, and then when he heard that the call is being recorded, he dropped the phone. He said he cannot do this call on a record because he didn't give his consent for the call. But at least we had something, and then I will play that as well to you guys. And then we spoke to Mr. Jabu Nkosi today as well over the call. Mr. Jabu Nkosi, the secretary of ANC, more Ward 60. So he's the secretary of ANC in Ward 60. So I spoke to him as well today, and then he gave me his perspective on what is happening now and what the ANC is planning to do going forward. And then they will come to the station. He made a promise that they will come to the station before this Friday to come and give us a comprehensive report of what they have done about the conduct of Cllr Mpati in Ward 60. So before go any further, right, let's go first pay our bills, and then we'll be right back after this. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Westview in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site, and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Yeah, that is our sponsor for today, Segongane Medical Services. You can come, like you like can visit them, and then they don't take medical. Like, you know what, I'm laughing because Chris says, I'm listening to you. Today is the 6th, not the 5th. Yeah, I can. What can I say, me bra? Me copies there, my car, man. Yesterday was really a mess, but I hope today everything will go smoothly. But please let me know if you can't hear me anymore. You hear some music playing because you never know. We might be closing one hole and the other one opens. But like I said, if that happens, you're not going to entertain it anymore. You're now going to go to Facebook and you're going to stream live from there. Yeah. So, like I was saying, yesterday we were talking about the march itself, or what happened in the march. And we were talking about the response of people that spoke. Papimo Nakota, he is in the ANC and he's working with Cllr Mpati. We were talking about the reaction of the people that were in the march, the CEO, what the CEO said, and we didn't go far because of people then started to disrupt our stream. And then listen, if you have any calls, please, any questions, send them through so that you can be able to send it to him, Councilor Mpati, because if he does not want to be recorded, first and foremost, and then. He does not. He doesn't take calls, recorded calls, and But then at the end of the day, you know what? We are a radio station, and automatically when somebody hello, Chris, how are you? My name is Kgosi from Kgosi FM. Obviously, what comes to your mind? Kgosi FM is a radio station, it's a formal thing. Even if I don't say, please be aware that the calls are recorded for content, whatever purpose, and then, but for the fact that you are going to be recorded when we are speaking to you. So, yeah, as I said yesterday, sorry about yesterday not being having those problems that we had. Somebody was really piggybacking on our router. I don't know if that person was there, but when I checked the time of connection, he was in there for over 9 hours on our Wi-Fi. So whoever he was, it was an Android thing that obviously, like, it's a phone that connected. So whoever it was, well, he had a nice time yesterday for disrupting our stream. But then today, hopefully, and I removed him. So today, hopefully, we will have a very good stream going forward until the end of the show. Remember, this radio station is for you all, guys, Ward 60, that you can use it as any time as you want and as many times as you want to air out each and every problem that we have in a ward, be with the councillor, be with anything, service delivery, whatever that's happening here, ANC itself, DA, whatever that party is in here, they must be able to be held accountable, because at the end of the day, that's why they are leaders. They went out there to lead us, not to rule over us with an iron fist, but to lead us and to make sure that they will be able to be accountable to everything that we say. So yesterday there was a march from to Pretoria West Hospital. The memorandum was delivered. And I'm just going to refresh us a little bit. Just refresh us about what happened yesterday. I'm gonna play Papi Monakotla's. I'm gonna play Papi Monakotla's. Clip that he spoke yesterday about what's happening, and then I'm going to play other clips as well, and I'm going to play the clips of the councillor that I called him today this morning to ask him to respond because remember on Sunday, Councilor Mpati, I sent him that memorandum of the community, right? And then around 11:15 in the morning, and then he responded around 1:45 in the afternoon, asking where did I get the letter from, and he's not going to respond until he's taking the legal route, and he's not going to respond, and he'll only respond when the legal route has happened. So this day morning, I was surprised to receive an article of him about he did respond to the match, but to the Citizen newspaper, lucky them, that they can be responded by the councillor, but he can respond to us here locally. I just want to emphasize one thing. We are not after the councillor, but we're not out to get him. We are just out there to make sure we hold him accountable. The community has asked us to hold him accountable as a leader. He needs to be responsible for the people of Ward 60. So that is our job. That's what we do. You are not out there as a witch hunt to try to destroy the man. No, we can't. Why should we destroy the man? The man is doing a job. When I came and I first met him the first time, and when I saw his proactiveness about Tabaya, whenever there's an outage of electricity here in Ward 60, I would really be impressed the way he will be out there addressing the community, doing videos, and people are appreciative, and people was asking him to stay on, but then some other things came out and like these ones, and then now we are like, hey, is this the very same person that we are really seeing as this leader that is happening, and we're like, what's happening? So anyhow, and we've been calling him to come to the studio to come and account to the studio, and the councillor is busy. According to his words, he's busy and he cannot make it out here because he's doing, I don't know, some ward councillor got short, ward 9, I think, if I'm not mistaken, got short, and now he's taking over those duties, and then they're doing by election somewhere. That was his word that he spoke to me last week, Sunday. All right. So just to recap, the number is 064-548-7176. Don't forget, send me those WhatsApps. Talk to me, Limpopo, what do you think about today's show? Can you hear me wherever you are? I hope this stream will stand as it is up until we are done with the show. But as I said, if we are not streaming live to you, please go to Facebook and you will see me there, and we can continue with our stream. If I'm not streaming on radio and you can't hear me, tell me now, let me know, and then if you can hear me, let me know on radio. Let me know. Okay, Pastor Matiela said he can hear me. I don't know. I know. Okay, do it again. Yeah, so you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me, and then if you can hear me, please. And then if you can hear me, we're gonna continue the show. We're gonna go down to Facebook. Yeah, I can go to my Facebook page, and then when you get to my Facebook page, you can watch us live there. All right. Yeah. So the number is 064-548-7176. Yes. Chris says I'm still loud and clear. So I don't know why is your phone doing that. Go to other website and put the website again, Peter. So yeah, so we are still loud and clear coming through to you on www.kgosiefm.co.za. So I'm gonna play one clip. Yeah, Papi Mona Kotla. Remember, we're gonna be covering death threats today as well. Death threats, people who have received death threats already. You're going to be covering people, you're going to be covering charges, and you're going to be playing Councilor Mpati's response to the, or maybe let's just go down straight to Councilor Mpati's response before we can do a lot of things. All right. Yeah, I got an article, an article, citizen article. Somebody sent it to me. And that person said, okay, the Councilor Mpati did respond to yesterday's march. And then, okay. All right. Chris says, let me see. Okay, Chris says, you've got Marianne and my full attention. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, all right. I got an article from someone sent me an article today. I said, listen, there is a Councilor Mpati responding to yesterday's march, and yeah, and then I said, okay, I will look into it, and I did read the article before, and then I called him to ask him to respond to whatever that he wrote in the article, and then our conversation went along like this. Okay, there. Councilor Mpati, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, and how are you?
Good. You're speaking to Kgosi from Kgosi FM. How are you doing?
Good, and you? I know I'm speaking to you.
Yeah. How are you doing, Councillor, this morning? Okay, right. Councillor, we just saw an article now here on the Citizen, and can we maybe ask a couple of questions about that?
Come again?
I just saw an article here in the Citizen about yesterday's march. As you know, yesterday was a march to Pretoria West Hospital, and then we just saw an article that you have responded to yesterday's march. Can we ask you a couple of questions about that?
No, really, I can respond. So there's nothing to add. on what I've responded.
Yeah, I'm saying respond was to the citizen, not to the local media side that in the ward that you are leading. So maybe if you can
I'm saying that please respond. There's nothing that I'm going to add, either it's you or whoever.
Yes.
The response is that yes, there's nothing to add, there's nothing to...
Yeah, so can we ask you questions on what you said on that response? Because it does need clarity on what that you said there.
What is it that you need clarity on?
Okay. On this article, you said you have opened up a case of harassment and defamation of character to clear your name. Can you maybe explain that to us?
Yeah, but it said it. What is it to explain? Because I'm opening a case.
Okay. Is it to the members of the Sanko movement or the leaders of Sanko, or specifically which ones?
Firstly, let me assure you, there are no Sanko. Hold on now. I need to speak to a detective who's actually handling the case.
Okay, you're going to speak to the detective that's handling this case. Oh, okay. He cut the phone, and with our first question, but we are going to call him again, and then we need to have more clarity on this, because he said he has opened up a defamation case of harassment and defamation of character to clear his name. So we want to understand to who did he open this case, and which specific people did he open this case to? Is it all the Sanko people that were there protesting against him, or is it specifically in that group? So we're gonna pause a little bit, and we're gonna call him again, and then what is what.
Yes.
Hey, Councilor. Sorry, man. As we were saying earlier. Here, guy.
No moment. What do you want?
A goodly?
What do you want?
Yeah.
I don't need a moment.
Hello? Hello? Councilor Mpati? Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Hey. Yeah, as I was asking you, Elihori, you said you've opened up a case of defamation of character. Specifically to who did you open the case? The whole Sanko people or specific people in that Sanko group?
Who can you confirm the Sanko in my what?
I good. Well, they said they were Sanko and they were there wearing Sanko t-shirts. I cannot really say I'm gonna confirm. That's why I'm asking you, Hori. Did you open up a case against Sanko that was the leader of the march yesterday, or did you open it against specific people now?
I've opened the case against the people. Baba definition of character.
Okay. And then was that based on the memorandum that was handed over to the hospital, or it was based on something else?
To the hospital.
Come again?
Did I go to the hospital? I didn't go to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm saying your defamation of character case in that Mpati. Is it based on the memorandum that was given, or is this a private thing that has nothing to do with yesterday's match?
Remember, I've opened the case before the match.
Okay.
If you are aware.
And that
if you can figure out which after memorandum, then it was something else. But I've opened the case before.
Okay.
March. I've opened the case on Sunday.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with memorandum on yesterday, because there's some things that accuse you of other things with the hospital. So it's nothing to do with that.
Like I said, if case before the memorandum, if I knew the memorandum what it was, I did not receive the memorandum yesterday, I was not at the hospital.
Yeah.
Now I've opened a case against people that against Matrawang accusing of so many things.
Okay, I see. And is that a civil or criminal matter?
I don't know, but I've opened a case.
I mean, like, I cannot be like KC, they should tell you, okay, this is a criminal thing that people can be arrested or they still can be able to prosecute them.
Like I said, I think like a case and the case it will be investigated by the police, not me.
I see. All right. The other thing that you said, Mr. Mpati, and I quote, you said in the article, I'm well aware of the accusations that the so-called community is making. It's only a group of people and not the entire ward. Can you maybe explain to us more about that one?
It's already, it's out. There's nothing to explain further on that.
So, I don't. Okay. So, when you say the so-called community, what do you mean specifically? Isn't that the community of Ward 6 that was there in the match yesterday? According to you?
You just said to me, it's Sanko.
No. Sanko, yes, was the leader of the match yesterday. But the community, Sanko and community members were there, and I'm fully aware that you are fully aware of that as well. So community members were there in the match, together with the leader of the match was Sanko.
The community members had a problem with me. They will go and report me to the city of Tshwane, if you are aware. And I've said this to you the last time already. If there's any wrongdoing that I'm doing, people must go to Speaker's office to report me. That's the community. The community that knows or their process to follow.
So are you saying yesterday was not a committee of was 60 that was marching to Pretoria Hospital?
What's your question now?
Are you saying yesterday was not the committee of what 60 that was going to Pretoria Hospital? Because you said the committee
I was not marching.
Yeah, but then your article says here, and I quote, I'm aware of the accusations that the so-called community is making. So my question is, what do you mean about the so-called community? And then you edit and say it's only a group of people and not the entire ward. So when you say it's not the entire ward, what did you expect to see? Like a whole ward to be there? Or what constitutes actually a ward or a community according to you, sir?
Like I said, I was not for hospital.
Okay, you're not at the hospital, but then you're saying here, and I quote your words directly.
Yeah, like I said,
the so-called community. What? So, which community are you speaking about? If you're not even at the ward at the match yesterday,
I get it. There's an article that you are reading from.
Yes.
Yes.
Which has your direct quote, by the way, not saying hearsay or allegation.
No. Are you recording me?
We are in a radio station, sir, so obviously the calls are recorded, and for you to be able to ask to get one.
Then as I'm going to be recorded. It's against my will to record me without asking.
Well, every public radio station does record their calls so that they can be able to use this. Oh, yeah. Oh, Katile phone. Councilor Mpati did not want to speak to us, so he's now hiding behind the thing of saying I didn't brief him that I could. And I said to him when the interview started, I said Kgosi from Kgosi FM. I didn't say Kgosi your friend. I didn't say Kgosi your colleague. I said Kgosi from Kgosi FM. That means this is formal. I didn't have to say to him the calls are recorded and for clarity purposes and whatnot. Because as a journalist, when you say I'm from Mama from the Citizen, obviously that is going to be printed on the Citizen, whatever that you are saying. So anyway, that's Councilor Mpati to you, and then we'll keep on trying. We're going to now call a secretary of the ward, Mr. Jabu Kgosi, and Arabotoro. What does he think about all this thing? All right. The number is still 064-548-776. That was some of my conversation with Councilor Mpati early this morning today. I'm sorry for those who thought maybe he was live in the studio. No, he's not live in the studio. Councilor Mpati busy, and then he's not live on the studio. All right. I've got a couple of a couple of comment before I go to the article, because I'm going to read the article itself, and then you guys can be able to hear exactly what he said to the article. Like I said earlier, we sent him the same memorandum as Kgosi FM on Sunday? Yeah, I think it was on Sunday. Let me just double check quickly so that I mustn't be sued tomorrow to say I'm lying about people. Let me check, because I believe it was on Sunday, and then I'm going to go exactly to the times that I sent this memorandum of the committee to. And then, because he said himself in the recording, if you heard, it was on Sunday at 11:15, and then at 1 I sent him another message saying, "Good day, Councilor. Have you seen the message you have sent you above? And can we please have a response?" And then he responded around 2:15 in the afternoon and said, "Good day. Where did you get this letter? Firstly, I'm taking a legal route, and I'm not gonna comment till the law has taken its course." So so Cllr, he has opened this case before the march, and he didn't get the memorandum then, but he did get the memorandum because the people who were called to the police station were called around 5 o'clock in the afternoon that Sunday. They were called to come there around 5 o'clock in the afternoon that Sunday. So when he says he opened, because I was asking him, did you open this thing due to what was said in the memorandum? And he said he didn't see the memorandum by that time when he opened up the case. But surprisingly enough, when we sent him the memorandum, he saw it, he read it. Then he opened up a case that same Sunday, because several people who was in that memorandum were called by the Pretoria West Police Station to come and avail themselves to the council. I am going to play a clip of one lady that she herself went, and then she will tell you exactly how everything went. Chris. Okay, Chris, you can call me, but wait a little bit. You will call me. Okay, hey, let me just connect this Bluetooth to the thing, and then we can take calls as well, guys. If you want to call and ask any question, please ask that. The councillor is not in the studio, by the way, but I do hope to God that he's listening, and then he can be able to we'll let you know. Yeah. All right. Because I just want to read a little bit of other comments that came in. Well, a comment from Anonymous says, majority of the people who attended the march were ANC members. Or let's start first at the beginning. Sorry. She said, or he said, or they said, "Good evening, family. Clearly, there's a division in the ANC. Where was Sanko of Ward 60 during the land grabbing issue? They now come up with the issue of hospital. We are not ready to help you fight your battles." And then they continue to say, majority of the people attended the march were ANC members. Now, as community, we are caught in the middle of their fights. They didn't even mobilize on time as Sanko, so that all races, white, black, Indian, can join. All of us, we need jobs. Councillor, are you ready to step down if it comes to a push? Mpati, are you doing enough for people of Ward 60? And then they end up saying, man, we lost the councillor. So he was not online. It was just a call that I did when Anonymous. Sorry. I know that most of you would have loved to have him here in the studio, but as soon as he heard Hori was recording the call, he dropped the call, as you have heard for yourselves. Okay, keep on sending those WhatsApps, and then then we can be able to continue having fun and having. You know what? It's okay. Somebody's saying, I'm struggling to log in. I've been trying for the past 30 minutes. This is Mampo. Please go to my Facebook page, which is the Kgosietsile Segongane. If you can't log into our stream, just keep on refreshing, and then you can log in, and then you can be able to hear us clear on the stream, or just go to my Facebook page. Just go to our Facebook page, Kgosietsile Segongane, and then you can be able to see that the show is streaming live there as we speak. Yeah. And then okay, let's let Chris call. Let me just call him quickly and then hear what he has to say. Remember, the calls are allowed. It's 064548776. Okay, this one says, someone is saying, hey, she's trying to please refresh your phone, or alternately go to our Facebook page. Okay, Facebook page, Kgosietsile Segongane, and you will see us there as well. Okay, let me just call Chris and let me hear what he wanted to say. Before we can play the response of Jabu Kgosi, the Secretary of Ward 60, ANC Secretary Ward 60, and then you can hear his response to what we spoke with the Councillor early this morning. Evening, Chris.
Hello,
how are you? Hello.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Kgosi, as being fair to all of the community, and even trying to give the councillor his due.
Yes.
Okay. My question is, very plain and simple. Okay, he's opened charges against the people of Sanka.
Yes.
Okay, as far as I understand. So now I just want to know one question, and I've asked this in community meetings that he had a while ago.
Yes.
And I've asked this to him a number of times. I've asked it on your show before. So my question is very plain and clear. He's gone and opened charges against the members of Sanka.
Yes.
When one of the people that actually he went and laid a charge against now for a death threat, I want to ask a plain and simple question. That same person, he knew when that person had shot somebody, and that person was in Pretoria West Hospital. Okay. Why did he not go and open a charge against that person as the councillor?
Okay, so
that is actually mine and his big feud, is because he didn't go and open that charge. And he keeps saying to me that the ANC has its own ways of dealing with it.
Okay.
But that is still a criminal, that is actually a criminal thing. It's not a civil thing, it's a criminal thing.
All right. So let's go back a little bit. You can maybe repeat the question again? What happened before? Who got shot? And
okay, he's got the name of the person that was shot. Yeah, okay, yes. And when he phoned me to tell me about this phone call, about the shooting, yes, I said to him, you need to go to the police station and you need to open a charge.
Yes.
And that is where the problem came in. He refused to go and open the charge.
Against the person who shot the other person, who he knows, right?
That's it. Very correct.
Okay.
Very correct. So that is where me and the councillor picked up feuds. Because it wasn't because of anything else. It was the fact that there was a crime committed and there was no charge opened to that crime.
Yeah. Okay. So your question is, why does he go now? So like you said, he went to open up a case against what, death threats? There was somebody saying death threats?
Yes.
Okay, like now, someone was threatening him, or threatening who? Because I want to understand.
Yes.
Okay, somebody threatened him.
Now the worst part is, if he had gone and opened the charge against the guy that shot the guy in Westview, it would have been more evidence for him now when he's gone and laid a charge against this person again.
Okay. Well,
but he didn't open it. But now the fact is, a person was shot and no charge was opened.
And he knew about that person who got shot, right?
Yes.
So are you asking in a sense of why double standard? Why then he couldn't do this, but now he's doing it?
Yes.
All right.
That's my question.
Okay. So was he ever threatened now?
Yes, he has been threatened. I'm aware of it.
Okay, and
he has been threatened, yes.
Oh, so you're asking why he's going now when it's him, but when it's somebody else who was usually shot when he was there, he didn't open up a case. And he said ANC has got its own internal mechanisms to deal with things.
That's it. And so my question is, why now?
Oh, okay.
I would think that a person being shot would be a worse case, a bigger criminal case than incriminating juror or defamation of character or anything like that.
Yes. All right.
So is a person's life less valued than somebody saying something bad about you?
Yeah. Oh, no, thank you very much, Chris, for that.
That is what caused the feud between me and the councillor.
Okay.
It was nothing else. Then after that, it just started snowballing. And I said to him, if you're here for the community, I'll stand behind you. But if you're not here for the community, I will be against you.
Yes.
And I've lived to my word. I haven't lied about anything. I just want to know one simple question. Why only now?
Yeah. All right. No, I do believe if he's listening now, he's free to answer. those questions, and he's free to call us. He knows my number. He knows where we are. He is free to come into the studio to respond to that. But those questions we will try by all means for he can be able to get them, and he can be able to respond. Hopefully, I don't know when can he be able to respond to us from now. But I just believe that he has heard it, and possibly the members of his incoming committee as well. They have heard it, and then maybe they'll be able to convey it to him as well. Thank you, Chris.
Not a problem.
Cheers. All right, that was Chris Traderman, one resident of Ward 60, telling us about an incident that happened before that Councilor Mpati was not, I don't want to say involved in, but that he was there, and when somebody was shot, and then he knew who was the shooter, and then when he was asked why not reported, he said no, ANC has got its own internal mechanisms of how to deal with things, but now somebody's threatening the councillor himself, and he has gone out and opened up a case of a criminal, I don't know if threatening their life now, but then Chris wants to understand why the double standard. Why then didn't he go out and did what he's doing now when it's him? So yeah, I hope the councillor is listening, and he'll be able to respond and let us know what is happening. Remember, the number is still 064-548-776. Please, if you're struggling to enter into our stream, go to my Facebook page. The show is being streamed live there, and you can be able to even see me on the studio and still comment on our WhatsApp and comment on Facebook as well, and let us know what you think about the affairs of the community. Remember, we are here for the community. We are here to bring you what's happening in the community, and I don't create these stories, by the way. So I want people to understand one thing. I don't create these stories. I don't create this. I'm not after the councillor's job or the councillor himself. I like everybody who's truthful to what they're doing and who's straight and who is not bullying anybody because they've got the power to do so. So I am not after the councillor, and I'm not after his job, and I'm not after to bring him down. My job is to ask questions. Like I said, this is not going to be my show. It's going to be your show. You guys will ask me. You ask him those questions. So I've got another comment from anonymous. Greetings, Segongane. Okay, I said anonymous. Sorry, please. Again, I'm Kllr from Danville Extension 5. I would like to say thank you to Comrade Chris Stradom. Your selflessness is recognized. As for the councillor of Ward 60, this man needs to learn leadership. He needs to be taught a principle of Batupeli. He's clueless about his role as a councillor. So Kllr Chris says, thank you so very much for being so selfless and for being there for the community. As always, and then we give credit where credit is due. So if somebody says thank you so much for something, yes, but again, we really tell you if something is when they say a compliment for you, gonna tell you as well on this station. Okay, I just got a WhatsApp now. Let me see who's this one. Okay, who's this one? All right, wait. Okay, yes, I am online. Please try to contact. You know what? If you are struggling to get us streaming on radio, go to my Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and search Kgosietsile Segongane, and you will see our live stream there, and you can be able to be part of us, okay? Because yesterday we could not really get into, because it shows that we are live streaming well, because I did speak to my people and they said no, everything is fine. So it shows that we are live streaming well and it hasn't done anything wrong. So rather you refresh yourself as well from your side. Try to refresh as much as you can. Maybe they might now be interfering from your side instead of my side as yesterday. But if you're struggling still, just go into my Facebook page, which is Kgosietsile Segongane, and then you will see us there. So continuing with our talk, the number is 064-548-7176, and then the time is just gone 11 minutes after 8, right on Kgosi FM, coming to you live on www.kgosiefm.co.za. So keep on refreshing, gentlemen and ladies, because I believe that we are fine from our side. Maybe they might just be trying to jam your side, but try to refresh as much as you can, and you will get us for free. So, sorry, not for free. You will get us, and then we're going to pass by our sponsor, and then we'll come back after this. This show is brought to you by Segongane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services and counseling. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Kgosietsile in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Yeah, and we are back. Somebody, you know what? If you can't go or log in on www.kgosiefm.co.za, go to our old website. It's www.segonganeholdings.co.za/KgosiFM/. And you will see, if you go to the website, the clinic website, you will see the Kgosi FM tab there. Click there and then you can be able to listen to us live. And I'm going to share that link with everybody that said they couldn't get me. So please use that link to click there. I don't know what they're trying to do with my new website now. It's a new website, for goodness sakes. It's new. But what can I say? It's not a big thing. You know what? One way or the other, the news will come out, and the news, people will always find a way to be able to get the news out there. So I don't know. Let me see. Okay, Louise says she's in. Thank you so much, Louise. Thanks so much for taking your time and your data, my darling, to be part of the show. So feel free to send me any questions, any suggestions. Because remember, we are talking here about our ward. Okay, our ward. So we need let me see. We need to be participating. We need to participate really. We need to. Okay, someone says, "Hater Kgosi, this link is working." Yeah, thank you so very much. If it's working, I'm so glad and I'm so happy. And then remember, the number is still 064 548 7176. So please send me those numbers. Send me those WhatsApps, man. Let's talk about this. So I'm gonna go to that article. Yako Citizen, like I said, for as a media person, I feel jealous that our councillor cannot use us as he is using the other media. So, for him now to be able to open up, go the Citizen, but could not open up to us as the local media, for me, it's I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous because I would expect the councillor of the ward will always be here, to share the news and to tell us what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's fine. We continue, and I believe and I hope that he's listening as well. Because remember, as a leader, you need to take it on the chin. You need to have thick skin to get it. Like he said himself, he told me, Kgosi, I'm not money. I can't be liked by everybody. And I believe that. And I believe that, can't it? I believe that. So, okay, let's see. There's one question that just came in. Okay, from Anonymous, it says, why did he refuse to assist the EPWP with a letter to restore their tools for safekeeping in the fire station? And number two, when did his wife start working at the hospital? Was that position advertised, or did she even go for an interview? Anonymous. So the question is, number one, why did he refuse to assist the EPWP with a letter to store their tools for safekeeping in fire station? And when did his wife start working at the hospital? Was that position advertised, or did he even go for interviewing? Anonymous. Yeah. Anonymous, we spoke to the general, the secretary of, because we wanted to ask him that question, the councillor today, but unfortunately the councillor, as you heard, he cut the phone call. When he heard that I was recording the phone call, because I mean really, we are in a radio station. If I say to you, good evening, Chris, how are you? My name is Kgosi from Kgosi FM. It's not the same as I say, hey, Chris, how's it? That is a casual call. Obviously, it's not going to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So we wanted to ask him about that, but in the article that I'm going to read now, he said no, his his wife was employed there way before he became a councillor. And Cllr Mpati, according to the secretary of Ward 60 ANC, Mr. Jabunko, he said his wife, but Mpati was appointed in 2022 here. So we need to find out when did she get appointed? Did she get appointed in 2021 or 2020, or did she get appointed after 20? Because if she did get appointed after 2022, that means there might be allegedly an undue influence on that part. But if she got appointed way before then yeah, maybe she got on merit, and yes, maybe the post was advertised and so forth and so forth. All right, let me go. Your WhatsApps are coming in thick and fast, and I love it. Hi Kgosi, this one is saying, hi Kgosi, we need a councillor to avail himself if we need accountable. Please ask him where he's currently staying now, because rumors said he's now staying in Centurion. Anybody who knows the whereabouts of the councillor, please let us know. I'm not sure about where he stays, and I don't know where he stays. Yeah, and Anonymous, I did try to get him on the call. I remember I did try to get him on the call, and I did try to speak to him and ask him. I've been trying to get Councilor Mpati here on the station, because the thing is, whenever some things like this come to light, I always talk to him and I always ask him, Councilor Mpati, what is your response before I can come to on air like this? Because it's not nice to talk about somebody that you didn't give the right to reply yet. So he's always busy. Like the other time, he called in himself because someone tipped him and told him, listen, they're talking about you in Kgosi FM. And then that's when he called in and he came in. Then he spoke what he spoke, and then he defended whatever he defended. Okay, so I don't know where he stays. Now, personally, I do not know. And then I will try to send all these questions down to him. And then let me just do this actually. Kidi forwarded it to all of your questions. Let me just forward it to him. Hopefully, he will be able to answer us as the show progresses. The number is still 064 548 776. Please use this number to talk to us and tell us and a little bit ask your questions to the councillor, because he's a leader of our ward, guys, so he needs to be accountable. Let me just do this. I think maybe I should have just forward them all those questions, and then he will respond. Yeah. Let me see this one. Okay, there's another one here. Let me just send it to Councilor Mpati. Hopefully, he will be able to respond to all those questions, and then we can be able to move on. Okay, now I just got in here. It says, first timer, Maluti Montana. Okay. Maluti Montana says, keep up with the good work you're doing by informing the community of Ward 60 about the happenings in the world. So thank you so very much, Mr. Maluti. We do our best, Mebra, to make sure that the community will have a voice. Because, I mean, if you have something like this in a community and it doesn't serve the community, then it's just another white elephant in their eyes. So thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Tata Kgosi Arona. Thank you so very much. Keep on listening to Kgosi FM as we continue. All right. Now, let's go to the article quickly. Read that article, and then we can go to the response. And Tate Jabun Kgosi when I called him this morning. So, the article is on the Citizen, dated the 6th of August 2024. And it was published around 40 minutes after 5 in this morning. It said Sanco members marched to Pretoria West Hospital demanding local jobs and renovation projects, and criticizing a councillor's interference. A group of South African National Civic Organization Sanco members marched to Pretoria West Hospital to hand over a memorandum to demand jobs for locals on renovation projects. Sanco members from Ward 16 Pretoria West, Cindy Taunani, Sanco members, Cindy Taunani, said they wanted their previous agreement with the hospital management to be reinstated without the councillor's interference. We want the hospital to consider local community members to work opportunities, projects and supplies, he said. Unfortunately, the local Councilor Mpati, Rampile, has gone to the hospital and challenged our agreement and challenged it for his benefit. He appointed his friends on projects and even appointed his wife. Taunyana said they would also draw up a petition against the councillor and direct it to the Speaker of the City of Tshwane to open up a case against the councillor. Sorry. He opened a case, and I quote here, he opened a case of harassment against us, but we did not harass him, he said, close quote. Thabo Makola, a Sanco committee member from Danville, said they were unhappy on how the councillor had run the businesses in the area. He can't be involved in the hospital. He is supposed to be doing service delivery. It's concerning And that's why we wanted to expose him, he said. Makola said people from Limpopo were giving jobs to the maintenance at the hospital. I've tried to engage with him several times, but he doesn't come to the meetings, he said. And then Councilor Mpati responds by saying, however, the councillor said he had to open up a case of harassment and defamation of character to clear his name. And I quote, listen, I quote. That means that is his exact words. I'm well aware of the accusations that the so-called community is making. It's only a group of people and not the entire ward, Ramphile said, close quote. I'm going to repeat that because I did ask him about that. Like you heard in the thing, and then he could not answer me straight. I am well aware of the accusations that the so-called community is making. It's only a group of people and not the entire ward, Ramphile said. He said that the group of committee members have tried to hijack other projects around the area, such as TUT and Vescopis Hospital. Ramphile said his wife worked for the hospital long before he was elected as a ward councillor. That needs to be proven. As I said, I've given it to the secretary of the ward of Ward 60 ANC, Ward 60, Mr. Kgosi, and he promised that before this Friday, he will have come back in here in studio live with an answer to that. And I quote again, he said, I don't work for the hospital or the department. How can they accuse me of nepotism? He said. Ramphile said the group of community members have stopped the project at the hospital. I don't know. Somebody who's got knowledge about that, please let us know. As committee of Ward 60, we are busy here talking about this, but you're the ones who went there and stopped other projects at the hospital. And again, I quote, the community members have called me on numerous times demanding to meet to discuss projects at the hospital. So I don't know what it means about the committee members have called him on numerous times demanding to meet with me to discuss project at the hospital. Was it something under the table or was it something public? We have no idea. But I'm not, and I quote again, but I'm not a councillor of projects, I'm a councillor of service delivery, he said. I don't want to get involved with this any further. I've now handed it over to the authorities so that they can deal with the perpetrators who are trying to destroy my name and family. Yeah, that's the article. If you want me to send you the link to that article, please let me know right now on 064-548-776, and I will do so. And you can be able to read it for yourself because it's a public thing, and I did ask him about it this morning. But like I said, I'm jealous. Councilor Mpati can choose to go to other people, and then instead of coming to us as the ward. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem about that as well. So the number is 064-548-776. I'm going to play Kgosi's response about what the ANC is intending to do with what the councillor has been accused of. It's a bit longer, but please bear with me, and then let's talk about it after this. Kgosi, how are you, sir?
Great, and how are you?
I'm great. Speaking to Kgosi from Kgosi FM, as you've already said here, Kgosi. How are you doing this morning?
I can't complain, Kgosi.
Oh, thank you so much. Can we ask a couple of questions as the secretary of Ward 60 in Danville?
No, you're most welcome, Kgosi.
Yeah, and please note that the calls are going to be recorded for quality and training purposes, and they'll be available for you when you need a copy, right?
No problem. Are we live on the radio now?
Yeah, we are not live on the radio, but we are conducting a small interview that we can be able to use the segment later on.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. Yesterday, as I'm sure you are aware, there was a march of Sanko and residents of Ward 60 towards, they were marching to the Pretoria West Hospital, complaining about what the ward councillor, Mr. Mpati, has been doing. Do you have any comment on that first?
I think the march yesterday was precisely about economic opportunities, which was supposed to be directly benefiting the people of Ward 60.
Yes.
And based on the information I've received yesterday, the members of the community expressed their dissatisfaction regarding the councillor of the ANC in Ward 60 of biasness. The African National Congress is still going to
look into the issue as soon as we receive the memorandum from Sanko, so that we sit and analyze exactly what transpired or what is the context of their submission, and will respond accordingly.
Okay.
However, communities, they are given that particular opportunities to express wherever any employee of the African National Congress does injustice to them.
Yes.
And as an ANC, as and when the evidence is sufficient, we shall take necessary steps, which is going to be a decision taken by the BEC, where it requires upper structures such as the regional executive committee. We shall communicate with the Secretariat's office in the region and express issues which we might have received from the concerned structures, and then see how the region can assist the processes of trying to bring some element of discipline in the issue which might be raised. But investigation is going to be key, so that whatever that we do as a branch executive committee, it must be informed by a thorough research of the work or the what you call it, the allegations which were labeled against the councillor of the ANC.
All right. We did give the councillor a memorandum from the community a day before. Was it last week? I believe. We did give it to him and then asked him for his response. And his response, and I quote, was, "No, he has opened up a case." And he first asked me, "Where did I get the letter from?" And he has opened up a case of defamation of character. So this morning we spoke to him again because he did not want to respond to our questions, but then he responded to the Citizen, ironically, yesterday, after yesterday's match. And okay, all right. That was Kgosi. I'm gonna play the full one. So unfortunately, this one cut when we're still busy with our phone call. But I'm going to send you. I'm going to play this one right for you. Okay, Marking. Let's see. I just got an email. I just got a response from Cllr Mpati now. I'm going to read it out. It's I think this is a response to the one, because I've sent him all your questions. So I think this is a response from Anonymous when he was asking why did he refuse to assist the EPWP with a letter to store their tools and save for safekeeping the fire station, and when did his wife start working at the hospital? What was his position advertised, or was he even interviewed? Anonymous. So because he did quote, and he said, okay. It's an email here that he has. The emails he was sending to Sipati Maleme, I believe he's in the Tswane, because it says, "Good afternoon. Please assist with the below email. Check with fire station if they have space for us to assist with the storage at Samuel Potsani. Please CC the manager director of the fire department at Sipati Maleme. Please use their full details, including addresses, and indicate a site where they'll be working." Okay, so. And then he says, he quotes, and he says, "I'm sure you can read and see that I've tried to send an email to China officials." So, okay, I think he's answering the first question of saying, why did he refuse to assist the PWP with the letter? So he just sent me a WhatsApp now that says he sent me a screenshot of an email that he sent on the 3rd of July. It shows here on the 3rd of July. And then he was asking, "Please assist with the below email. Check with fire station if they have space for us to assist with the storage." And then the email does read below. The signature is Mpati Rampile, section 79 rules and ethics, and his numbers there, and the councillor of Ward 60. All right, so he did respond, Anonymous, that he did send an email to these people to assist with storage for the department. So I'm sure they haven't. So let me just ask him. So they didn't respond to you, or they didn't respond to you, or what? So because this thing says the email is of the 3rd of July. So now we are on the 6th of August. So it's almost a month already. So let me just wait for him to type, and then thank you, sir, for the article that I've sent to him. Okay. Okay, and then Cllr Mpati, Okay, there was another one that says, okay, he says they haven't responded to him on that email. Next, guys, he did send an email to them to ask. So Anonymous, I hope you got your answer, but if you got another question, please let us know. They can be able to send to the councillor now, and then he will, at least he's responding. And then for the one that says he must avail himself to be accountable. Remember, it says, "Hi Kgosi, we need a councillor to avail himself. We need accountable or accountability. Please ask him if he's currently staying now. Where is he currently staying now? Rumors are staying on Chirone. He said we must check our recording where I hosted Chris and Jabun Kgosi. They said it where they did say where he is staying. So Chris, let us know, because obviously that show is on YouTube. You can go watch it there, where Marianne and Jabun Kgosi was here with Chris, I believe. And then, but it's a long show. So if you can be able to go watch it, because he's referring to that. And I will send you the link if you want to see that show. And then he says, Chris and Kgosi, they told us where Mpati is staying as we speak. Yeah. So, and he said, yes, they haven't responded to him as yet about the storage of those goods. So guys, we are having a conversation with the councillor. We are not out to get him. We are not out to destroy him. We are not out to do anything nasty on the councillor. Please, we don't do that in the station. We are not here to fight anybody's battles. We're not going to be used by anyone to fight. I just want to make a disclaimer once and for that. This is a public, clear radio station that we are talking. That's why I read all sides. I don't shield whatever, and I don't try to shield and say, okay, because it's this, I can't say that. No, I'm going to say it as it is, because it's about accountability to the councillor. And Lena himself, he mustn't feel intimidated, or he mustn't feel like we are after him or we are going on top of him. We just want answers. And my job as a radio station host and as a radio station itself, Kgosi FM, is to convey that message from you to him. Yeah. So let's continue. There's another one that just came through. Okay, it says, clearly he doesn't have the interest of Ward 60 community. Mpati, save yourself and step down, Baba. And like we don't need councillor at Ward 60. All we need is ward committee from different party, finish and Cllr. So you're saying government of ward unity. Is that what you're saying? Let me just send it to him. Maybe he will respond on that. And I'm going to ask him if I can I give him a call? Maybe if he can you take our call so that can you take our call? Yeah. I'll just do that, and then he will advise me accordingly if he can take our call or if he cannot take our call. But remember, guys, the number is still 064 548 776. We've read the article. What do you think of the article? What do you think? Do you think that article is a true reflection? And I wanted to understand when he says, oh yes, he said yes I can. So I'm gonna call the councillor now, and then we can be able to have a conversation with him live on Kgosi FM. And then please, you can ask him your questions now, as he's gonna be online with us. So he said we can call him now. So let me see the other one that came in. Yari, can he specifically announce if he's based on Danville or Centurion, because we don't need a satellite leader. He should avail himself and answer to the allegations. Okay, sharp. Let me just give him a call. Please send those questions again straight to us in 064 548 776. Let's talk to the councillor himself on the phone, and let's hear him what he's responding to these questions. Evening, Councilor Mpati. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to Kgosi FM.
Yeah, thank you for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and do a disclaimer. The calls are recorded.
Yeah, you must. It's important. It's important to do a disclaimer when you phone people, so that they are aware.
Yes,
that they are being recorded. It's a procedure. Otherwise, there's so many things that could work, could go wrong.
Yes.
So one of the other things that you ought to do, especially as you are trying to move into an industry where you want to be recognized, is that a disclaimer is important.
Yeah.
You can ask people like Mashiach, before he do anything, he will do a disclaimer with you, that you are aware that this thing is going to go viral in public, and then you agree. So in future, I know that whatever that I did, I've agreed to it. But in economy, you're forcing me into something, and later on I realized that I know Kgosi likes to record. So it becomes difficult knowing what Kgosi is recording me against my wishes.
All right.
Not that I've got something to hide, but it's important to do a disclaimer so that I know what I'm up to.
Okay, I get that is why I always do what I do. I always call you or anybody else before we can go on air to give you a right of reply. You understand? But it's okay. I do understand. I do accept your because we are the media people, so we do accept your criticism and do accept your advice as well. Thank you so much for giving it to us. So, Councilor, we've got people here online that will be asking questions, and thank you so much for taking our call. As you know, we are live on radio now, and obviously the show is recorded on both camera and on both audio as well. And then I've sent you like several questions that maybe you can be able to answer us live, and people you can be able to answer and talk to your community straight. Because the one that I sent you now is that can you specifically announce where, if you are based in Danville or Centurion, because you don't need a satellite leader, he needs to avail himself and answer to the allegations.
Where was I yesterday when I was doing the street light? Was I in Centurion or was I in Ellensport?
Okay.
Where yesterday when I was doing the issues of street light, where was I?
Yeah, I think maybe it's more of where do you stay, not where do you work. Because I mean,
but why is it important? People, they want to know where I'm staying.
I get it. Maybe it's more of we want you as a councillor to be based where your people are. I mean, like that's what the ANC would say. That.
But what that question rises from? Because like, when you want me to, when you say that, where do I stay?
Yes.
Why is it important for this lady to know where I stay? Because I know who she is.
Is it the lady
where I stay?
Okay, let me see. No, the one that's a media is not a lady, and I can't say the name obviously. But then they say they don't want a satellite leader. So yeah.
Yeah, hence I'm saying Kgosi. I'm staying where I stay. Again.
Okay.
Yeah, but one thing I can tell you is that maybe they are giving me a luck when staying in Centurion. Yeah, maybe they are giving me a luck to have money so that I can afford a house in Centurion.
Yeah.
And now I wish also I could have that money to move to Centurion.
Okay.
But not all of us can stay in Centurion.
All right.
That's why I'm staying here around the world.
In Danville. You're
it's not important. My address is not important. Last time you hosted Chris, Marianne, and Kgosi.
Yes.
If you were to go back, you ask them, where does the councillor stay? They told you where exactly I'm staying. Why is it every time is it important to you also to know where exactly I'm staying? Because you ask Chris the same questions. You ask Kgosi the same question. You ask Marianne.
Yeah.
What is it? What's so special about my address? Is it something that people want to plan? Because if they want to plan something against my address, then I can give them.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, this
is where exactly they want to go, then I can give them that address. Because I've got a lot of residents that are coming to my house every day to collect proof of residence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean what this person said, he said they don't need a satellite leader. So maybe that's
it's not about an individual.
Yeah.
Because running a ward, you don't run a ward under 10 people.
Okay.
Everybody is looking up to me.
Yeah.
There's a service delivery that I'm running. I get. And I want to say that whatever the questions or people they think they can come to you that we want to be anonymous, let all come to the meeting on the 15th.
The 15th of August.
Okay. Yes, and then come and ask me questions personally, not to be a coward and come to a radio thinking they can hide behind SMS. Let people be. I mean, if you are really seriously that you say Councilor is dodgy, why can't you just come and say it in front of my face?
Yes.
That you are dodgy, Councilor. They're dragging my wife into this thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
I get they're saying
they are really dragging my wife into this thing. And there's a lot I can say about these people. But because I'm not a coward, I will not do that.
I get they're saying your wife.
There's a lot, and there's a lot that I can say that.
So if you are saying these people, do you know them individually? The ones you are asking questions now?
I know all of them.
I know all of them.
Individually and personally, I know all of them. I even know their agenda.
Okay, so what is the agenda, Mr. Mpati? Maybe you can let us know.
No, that's why I'm saying I'm not a coward. I will not say it on air.
Okay.
It will be like I'm a coward. I'm running to you.
Yes.
But I know their agenda.
Okay, so what is that? Okay, anonymously, what is the agenda? To remove you or?
Nah, Kgosi.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. There's Sanko.
Yes.
This is what I've asked you to do. Before you put something, do a homework on that issue. What 60 has no Sanko at all. We have never launched Sanko. Just to start with.
Okay.
I can give you the number of a chairperson and a secretary of Sanko regions.
Region, not region isn't like what the
I'm telling you regions, because the regions, that's where they keep all the proof and information.
Okay.
They will tell you straight that we have never launched what 60. Then we don't know where does those people come from calling themselves a Sanko.
So are you saying they were never Sanko members? They are not Sanko members?
There's no Sanko member. That's what I'm saying.
So
Sanko, when you launch a Sanko, here's the process of launching a Sanko.
Yeah.
When you launch a Sanko, it's a civic movement. It's community. You can't launch a Sanko with the absence of a councillor.
Okay.
Councillor is the one who would recognize Sanko member.
Yeah.
But in this instance, we don't have Sanko. I don't think I'll repeat myself on this issue. I've just wanted to highlight issues that there's no Sanko in Ward 60.
So they never launched Sanko in Ward 60 as...
We have never launched... I'm saying I'm including myself. Yes. We have never launched any structure of Sanko in Ward 60.
Okay.
The only Sanko that it's here. Ward 3, they've got Sanko by the chairperson of Vuyo. I think you can also phone... I can give you numbers that you phone. They will tell you that we have never launched Ward 60.
Yes.
We don't know where these people coming from saying they are Sanko. And this is how Sanko operates.
Yes.
I must actually give you a bit of how Sanko operates.
Please do, yes.
If there's a problem in a ward,
yeah,
and Sanko, they say they think there's a problem, especially with people with number one citizen.
Mm-hmm.
They write a letter. The councillor try to resolve their issues.
Yes.
If their issues are not being solved, they escalate to a zone up until a level of a region.
Okay.
It's only an upper structure that can arrange a march, not a branch. And take this into your consideration, and note it.
So an upper structure is in like what? The region Sanko, not
regional,
the branch. Okay.
A branch doesn't have a power or authority to hold a march without the approval, because it's a letter will come from the region that on this particular day, Sanko Twan is going to march in what city?
Yeah.
Here are the reasons, here are the agenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's take, for instance, the agenda that they are marching with. You go to hospital, you march to a hospital, but on your agenda it's full of Cllr Mpati. How will the hospital assist you?
Okay. Let me just play devil's advocate for a minute. So, okay, let me just ask you this: why then was the march approved? Because I believe the march was when
Who approved the march?
The Metro Police approved the march. The SAPS was there as well to approve the march.
You still need to do a lot of homework. The Metro Police,
was that march illegal?
Did I say the march was illegal?
Okay.
Or did I say there's no Sanko in 160?
You said there was no Sanko in 160, but I asked you why then was the march approved yesterday to go?
That's why I'm now going to allude to you.
Okay.
How you can run a march.
Yeah.
Okay. When you go to a metropolis, Princess Park in Metropolis, Corner Princess, and Francis Batman, it used to be Schoeman.
Yeah.
You go to there, you tell them that we need to march on this day.
Yes.
You give them a route. They give you forms. Metropolis will not dispute what we have written.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would have fill up forms and pay the amount that they needed.
Yeah.
And for as long as, and then there's also what you call, before Metro can barricade and assist, there's a certain amount
that you pay as that whoever wants to match, right?
Whoever is responsible. Because if I can take you to Metropolis now, and I can get that info, and then we throw the info, I can tell you who signed that, and then who was the person initiating a march.
Okay, no, you can say it. It's a public radio, isn't it?
And so I'm saying that I can go to Metropolis and request that info. It will be given to me.
Yeah.
That info is available at any time.
Okay.
Or which is something that I can go tomorrow and say, I need to know the match that happened in Ward 16.
So you can't get it now, like while you are still here?
I have to go there. I can't get it on the phone.
Oh,
I'll have to go to Metropolis and request that info.
Yeah.
But is it worth it to request it? Because already the match has passed.
I mean, to remember that, but all that we are doing, all of us, me included, all of us, you, the community, is to get to the truth, right? It's not to expose anybody. It's not to come. Like I said already, like we're not here to come after you as the station. We are just asking questions and then asking. And then the committee comes to me and says, "Listen, Kgosi, we have a problem with this and that." That's why I always call and ask you for your response before you can even go further. So I think it will assist.
And hence I'm not here to answer anything.
Yeah. So I think it will assist if maybe we can get that, because remember, we as the station as well, we are not going to be used to fight anybody's personal battles. If this is a personal battle against you, we don't want to be part of it, because I am doing this because
just know I'm giving you this on record.
Yeah,
it's a personal battle.
This
got
one
nothing to do with it. Is personal battle
with who?
They don't. It's not a match. It's not a. There's a lot that I can say, but I've said it from the beginning.
Say it. No, we have got all the time in the world.
Remember what I have said when I started. I said I will not go to their level.
Yeah.
I don't. I can. My morality doesn't stoop me to that low.
Okay.
And come on air, say a lot of things. But I'm here to answer all your questions.
Okay.
Enough about what is it that I can do. But I can get any information if I do request it.
All right.
But one thing I can tell you is that people that went and marched to the hospital.
Yeah.
Here's the questions that I want you to ask them. How many VT?
How many?
Let's say, how many VT?
Okay.
Yeah? Because before you go to a march, you hold meeting per VT.
Yeah, per VD.
Okay?
Yes.
Per VT to ensure that you consider each and every person.
Yes.
Staying in Ward 16. How many meetings do they have on each and every VT? Where are the minutes and where are the attendance registers?
You mean the Sanko that was in that hospital yesterday?
You call it Sanko, but now I cannot say it's Sanko because Sanko was not involved. I've spoken to the chair of the region.
Yes.
I said to him, he said, no, Sanko is not involved.
Oh, okay.
Sanko is not there because if the Sanko was involved, the letter will be from the region.
I see. All right.
The region did not send anything. So that was a personal letter taking a Sanko emblem and put it on top.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say anything about that. I will give you the number of Veli, which is the chairperson, Veli,
okay.
Veli, the chairperson of Tshwane Sanko region.
All right, I see. All right. Yeah, so you said the first question was?
Veli.
Yeah.
The first question is that if indeed this is a community march, how many VD did they hold these meetings?
How many VDs did they hold the meetings?
Yes.
Okay.
And what was the attendance register? They must provide attendance register. They must provide minute of each and every meeting they had on each and every VD.
Yeah.
Then that way you are saying, I have covered each and every one, each and every member who was staying in Ward 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say this to you. Yeah?
Yes.
In confidence, my job is to deliver service.
Yeah.
My job is not to ensure that people get project. A project, it's not part of my job description.
Okay.
And if I'm not doing well in executing my job as a service delivery, then let the entire community complain and forward all their complaints to Speaker's office.
Yeah.
That what is it that I'm failing this community with? But
Yes.
let it not be because people, they want to benefit through such things. Then they can think they can take me to task so that I can stoop to their level.
So are you saying people are saying this to you because they want to benefit fraudulently?
I don't want to say it, Jose.
Oh, I can like you said that.
In terms of beneficiary, I did not say benefit. You are putting that way. I'm saying to you that
Yes.
Jose, if people want work,
Yes.
let them produce their qualifications and go request, wait for advertisement and apply for that job.
Okay.
So here's the other thing that surprised me is that, are we saying that the hospital people, hospital employee, it should only be the people stays around 60?
Yeah.
Are we saying that?
Are we saying what? Come again?
The hospital, Pretoria West Hospital,
Yes.
people that are working in the Pretoria West Hospital should only be people of 60.
Okay. So
That's what we are saying.
okay. So let me just ask those questions now to them. Now, just hold on for a little while. Councilor Mpati is saying there's no Sanko in Ward 60, and whoever was in that march on Monday wearing Sanko T-shirts were just a group of people who are against him, who wants to, who are against him, who are personal against him, and then. He said, are we saying only people of Ward 60 should work in Pretoria West Hospital, right? I have questions here that just came through Mr. Mpati, and then I'm going to ask you each of those, and then please what's happening. So the other one says, there's no need to be rude to Moetapele, give your people answers. And then he says, wow, I'm surprised me is the only people from RDP, not the community. That's a comment. Do you care to comment on that?
That's not a question.
Yeah, he says no. There's no need for you to be rude. Give your people answers.
Yeah, but where have I been rude to you? Did I been rude, or did I answer all the questions?
Yeah, I get it. Maybe people, however people take it. I mean, if
no, like but I'm saying you are the interviewer in this scenario.
Yes.
Where have I been rude in answering questions?
All right.
Because at some point it's not about me.
Yes.
It's about Kgosi interviewing a councillor.
Mm-hmm.
If people are saying I'm rude, then you need to underline where was he rude, and that question, it should be coming from you, because I'm answering everything that you said I must ask.
Yeah.
So where does her say rude? The lady that she's saying I'm rude, she likes to say that I'm being rude.
Are you saying the
every
lady?
Time when you speak, she said, "Why do you have to be rude?"
Okay, let me see.
So that lady, she likes to say it's always a cover.
Okay.
Why must you be rude?
Yeah,
but it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not being rude to anyone. I'm being honest, and I'm answering questions as per your interview.
Yeah, it says you were rude when the interview started. So I don't know. We have to go back on Hansard. I get to go Parliament, but you have to go back on Hansard and check if there was any rudeness. But she said you were rude from the beginning of the interview. So
okay. When you started the interview, I want to take you back, because I don't have to listen to what I said. When we started the interview,
yes,
I have assisted you about the process of phoning anyone, and also alerting them that the call is under a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Was I rude to help you in such scenario?
No, I didn't take it as rude, because you know what, I'm a public
entity. Thank you very much.
I don't know, maybe was she referring something? Let me just ask her if she was referring.
Like I said, I know who said. I know what she's referring to, but it's right.
Maybe, Councilor, maybe if
I told you it's personal.
Maybe
I'm saying it again.
Okay. Maybe if we can do this, let's put this as a leadership thing. Let's not put this. Don't be personal to them as well and say I know who they are, because that might be seen as intimidation as well from their side.
No,
I'm not speaking for them.
I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Whereas you are saying to me that please be honest when you answer these questions.
Yes.
Again,
Alright.
People they want to know where I stay. They're asking you where is this councillor stay?
And I believe maybe it's
Road.
maybe it's more of you are not in the ward even, you are staying somewhere else, and then by the ANC I
They
know.
are saying I'm staying in Central Road.
Yes.
I guess they've said it. I'm staying in Central Road.
Yeah.
Ne? I can say even now I can give you a live location of where I am.
Okay.
And that live location,
yes,
then you can then simply tell them that no, I've seen the live location. And one thing that live location doesn't lie.
Oh.
It follows the phone wherever the phone is going.
I know it's fine.
Then
okay.
you will confidently say, no, I'm not in Central Road.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if I can give you my tracker. They can tell you that when last did I go to Central Road.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to Central Road tomorrow because I've got issues with my car that they must partake.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to another question. Okay, let me do this. Let me see. Another question that says is from Chris. Chris says, ask him about the shooting in Westford and why did he not report it to the police and open charges? Is it not defeating the ends of justice?
Which shooting in Westford?
He said there's a shooting in Westford. So maybe, Chris, let us know more. Which shooting in Westford are we talking about? He just said to him, ask you about that shooting because he did ask that question earlier.
Yeah, which shooting? Because if there was any shooting around me,
yeah,
I would have definitely reported. But which shooting in Westford? And why must I go to Westford Ward 7 and report the shooting of Ward 7?
Okay, so Chris, tell us which shooting is that, and the councillor is asking Hori why should he go there and do this and report this shooting. Okay, the other one says that the Mpati, why is the council crying? I don't know if it's the council or councillor crying. Lol, the biggest coward in the land, him to go study and read, he is greedy. That is another comment. I don't know if you want to respond to that or we just let it pass.
No, I don't know. What is it that to comment on? Because they say I'm crying. Do you hear me crying, by the way? I remember I need to ask you, do you hear me crying?
No, I don't hear you crying. Okay, Chris made a follow-up to say the one he planned, you phoned him about. He says the one that you phoned him about, that one.
Which one is it, Chris?
I don't know. He will let...
No, Chris, ask Chris to come online and tell me which shooting is it.
Yeah, I will definitely ask him to do that.
Yeah, because I remember I deal with a lot of things, but I don't remember there was any shooting around me.
Okay, let me do. I will get to him, Kim Mutisa, then I can call him and then he can tell us which one is he referring to. Just hold on for a minute. I just want to connect him quickly, and then we'll continue with this one. So let me just ask other questions that are coming in. Hazel says, in other words, you want to demoralize the community, that the march was for nothing. It sounds as if you are against the community's growth, but is your words against the community that is not? But is your words against the community that is not? It was not Sanko. Who is this lady that you keep on insisting on?
No, tell Hazel or I'm not commenting on that because I said I'm not going to reveal people's names. I'm not revealing anybody's name. I guess know you're not revealing.
Yes.
You said anonymously. So why must I reveal anonymous?
I get they want to know who's this person that you keep on insisting that.
No, Mara, she said to you that anonymous. Then let's keep it anonymous.
All right. Another, okay. Hazel, he can't reveal that one. He can't reveal the name of that name. Barking. He can't reveal the name, like the name of the person that he is insisting so much on. Let me see if. Okay. Just hold on for me. Something's doing an echo here, but just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. We will get on to. Okay. So the councillor, another question that just came in now. Yare, but again, okay. Okay, no, sorry. Are you doing enough for your people, sir?
I'm doing a lot for my people, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. And I've said it to you that, and I normally personally go and ensure that people get service they deserve. Yesterday, I've spent the whole day fixing the street light in some of the streets.
Yeah.
I think you can check on my poster.
Mm-hmm.
Community came and joined me. Say that, Councilor, the good work that we are doing, we want to join you and assist. They came, those who can, to assist me, ensuring that we work on issues of street light. One thing about what they have said last time on your podcast, that I'm not attending issues of street light.
Okay.
So I was there yesterday, assisting the team from the what you call it? Yes.
Oh, I see. All right. Another question before I put Chris on is, when did your wife start working at the hospital? And was that a position advertised, or did she even go for interview? They want to know that one.
Okay. I'm going to go details by details.
Yeah.
My wife was working at the hospital from 2018.
2018.
From 2018,
okay.
She's been working at the Pretoria hospital. She started working at the hospital as a EPWP in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
She was working at the crèche.
At the crèche.
Yeah, there used to be a crèche at the Pretoria West Hospital.
Yeah.
And then while they busy during COVID-19, because they were running short before COVID-19, they've advertised a post of cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
It was internally, she applied and she started working on that post from 2020.
Yes.
And 2020, all along, and then I started being councillor in 2021.
Yes.
So what happened in the hospital has nothing to do with the councillorship.
Okay.
She became the employee of the Pretoria West Hospital before I became a councillor. Then we then saying that even before I was a councillor, did I have power to then arrange a work for my wife at the Pretoria West Hospital? Because the reason why she started working there, she was a teacher at one of the church locally.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when you work there, and then they said no. The Pretoria West Hospital, they need teachers for kids that they can teach the kids while people are working.
Okay.
And then so that they don't have to run out. Especially, it's actually sisters mostly, if I'm not mistaken, sisters and yes. I remember the details that she said to me that I was approached by one of the lady from Pretoria Hospital. I just don't remember. It's 2018.
Yeah.
And then they need me to go and work at the hospital, be a teacher.
Okay, so he was approached by somebody from the hospital to say, come and there's a job there.
Yes, because they've opened a church in the hospital.
Okay.
And then she saw a very good opportunity that there is a difference in salary. And then I'm thinking of taking that risk.
Okay. Was that post advertised? Was that post advertised publicly for everyone to be able to? Yeah, in
2018.
Okay, yes. Was it advertised that when somebody said?
I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was. Anytime saying she was approached by somebody from the hospital, I don't remember. I wouldn't go into a details of checking whether the post was advertised. And I think it's every time when there's EPWP of the provincial, because that's a provincial hospital, they normally advertise it.
Okay.
So there's no way that province can take EPWP without advertising it.
All right. So it was advertised and she applied accordingly for everybody, then she went in. And that was way before you became a councillor, according to you.
I mean, 2018, I became councillor in 2021.
Okay.
3 years later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, saying that I put my wife into the hospital, I started being a councillor in 2021. It means that she would have started working in 2022.
Okay.
And by the way, 2021, I started being 2021 in December.
Yeah.
And then we started doing the work of councillorship from March, because we go through inductions, teachings before we can get into the real work. So basically, we started working fully as councillors between March and April 2022.
All right. So
which is 4 years later.
Okay, so your wife started working in 2018. You were appointed in 2021. So there's no undue influence that you could have put on the hospital for you to hire her, for them to hire her, right? That's what you answer. All right, no, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that Anonymous has got the answer. Okay.
No, the Anonymous knows this very well.
The Anonymous do what?
Because they want to create. They know this very well.
Okay.
Because they want to create an anarchy.
Yes.
And they are using it as one of their fights.
Okay. All right. The other one says, I take offense. I have never hidden my name, and I say that what I say to say without fear. Oh, I say what I say without any fear or favor. I don't know if it's. Oh, this is Chris. Oh, it's Chris Freedom STU. Okay. And then Chris says again, let me see. Okay, there's another before I go to Chris. The other one says, our councillor should be based here in Danville. That's our issue should be addressed and resolved amicably.
But Danville, 160 is not only Danville.
Yeah, obviously they will say then because Danville is like the common name around here. I mean,
but it's not only Danville. Well, let's be fair to one another. 160 is not only Danville. So are we saying that also people of Ellasboro, they should say, no, the councillor must come and stay in Ellasboro?
No, I believe, councillor, I believe for their own benefit, we are talking about when we say Danville, we maybe like it will refer to everywhere because Westview is Danville extension.
I say in Flipnell, and Flipnell is not Danville.
Okay, so but for their defense, I'll say Ward 60. All right, Ward 60, the councillor must stay in Ward 60 so that you can be able to get our services. All right. So Chris says, the one that you have asked him about every time, the same one I asked in front of Jabu. Now you are pretending not to know. Wow, what a leader. I can't,
but yeah,
I even let the police.
That's where I wanted Chris to say. The shooting,
yes,
it was reported to me. And even told me that the police is attending that shooting.
Yeah.
And when they found that there's a shooting in Danville 5,
yes,
I think I remember it was in Danville 5.
Yeah.
Chris knows very well that I said I cannot go and be in front of the shooting. What I did is to deploy the TMPD, of which they went.
Yeah.
Together with police.
Okay.
So police was there, the TMPD was there. Was I supposed to be there as well?
Why? What? Like, come again?
Was I supposed to be there, even though they are police and TMPD?
Okay. You know what? Let me tell you.
This question. I mean, we can't keep asking same questions. This question was asked while Chris was in the studio.
Yeah.
I did answer that question. Why does it have to come up every time? Must I answer same thing? I mean, seriously? Oh shit. That question you will also have to say, but that question was being answered while you were on air.
Okay. Let me try and get Chris on the line and see if maybe we can be able to specifically tell you what he's really talking about.
But already he said, he told me which one.
Yeah.
Then I remember which shooting he's speaking of, but I was not there.
Oh, you are not there.
That shooting, when the day, I remember very well on the day of shooting.
Yeah.
When I get a call that there's a shooting, I was in Tshwane House.
And did you go and see what was the problem?
Are you serious that I must go where there's a shooting and go see what's the problem?
I mean, maybe people will expect you to go there as a councillor with the police, obviously, to protect you if there's anything that's going to happen. Yeah.
No. Are you seriously asking me that I must go where there's a shooting?
There was.
Are you saying I must go?
It's like it's not an
No.
It's not an active.
There was a shooting. Now we are saying there was shooting.
There was a shooting.
But at that time there was a shooting. I don't even remember what time did it last.
Okay, because
but I know it ended up until midnight.
Yeah.
So was I supposed to go and be part of the people, be part of the TMPD? And
as a councillor, maybe we think that maybe that could be part of your job to see where there's a problem in the ward.
My job,
yeah.
Do I have,
you are the leader of the community, Mr. Councillor, remember. So whatever incident that's happening in the community, people expect you to be present.
Yes. Seriously saying that. Seriously saying that if there's a shooting while he was the minister of police, he must go. And be part of the police while there's a shooting.
Remember, it's not an active shoot. You can't expect to go in an active shooting scene. If people are shooting each other now, you can't go there. But if they're saying there was a shooting somewhere in the ward where you are leading, for you to show a face and say maybe go and condolence the family or go and see and hear what could have been the problem. Yeah.
Coach, it was a shooting. It was a shooting. I must go. Which family? No one died on that shooting.
Okay.
No one died on the shooting, Coach.
All right.
So you say I must go and join police while they are busy shooting to each other with random people.
Mr. Mpati, listen to what I'm saying. As a leader, let's talk about let's take example of Panyazali Suf.
You're mistaken the truth. Really mistaken.
Let's take Panyazali Suf for example. Panyazali Suf, when he was still MEC of education, whenever they said there was a racial incident, he will go personally. That's an example, right?
Does he go? Does he go immediately, or does he go after it's been reported to you?
That is why I asked you did you go after you heard that there was a shooting there? Did you go there?
Okay, Coach, there was a shooting on the street.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Must I go to the street and check where there was shooting? Who was shooting on the street?
Yes.
Must I go there?
If
on the street.
You know what?
Because the shooting was on the street.
Yeah.
It was on the street and mountain. So I was supposed to go into a mountain and the street.
Oh, I
check
see.
Where was the shooting.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay because I mean maybe most of us don't see the leadership the same way, that some people will be proactive to do whatever to show leadership, and some people will not do that. So I mean it's neither here nor there, and there's a different styles of leadership anyway. Again, so, and then you cannot expect, if we see, like I said, example of Panyazali Sufi rush into a place where there was a racial incident, and then we have you that no, I can't go to a mountain, or I can't go the street shooting, whatever. Obviously, you can't go there where there is danger for you to be exposed to. All right, let's move on to another question. Anonymous says, please ask Mpati if he was a member of ANC when he became ANC councillor, because now he's trying to attack Sanko, or there was fraud involved for him to be councillor.
One thing I can tell you about the issues of ANC is that there's a chairperson of the African National Congress in Ward 60 by the name of Kgosi FM.
Yes.
Then that question, if it has to do with the membership of the African National Congress, then it must be taken to him.
But they're asking you, Councillor, were you ever a member of the ANC?
I'm saying politically, anything to do with politically.
Yes.
Please speak to Kgosi FM.
But does membership really have to include the chairperson?
No, and I'm saying that anything to do with politically, because I deal with governance, anything to do with politically, please refer that question to the Kgosi FM.
But the question
I'm
is,
not here to answer any. It doesn't matter what the question is.
Yeah.
The political question. Then it must be directed to a relevant person.
But how is that?
Okay,
but how is it political to ask me if a member of MK, for example, or a member of EFF? How is that political? If someone could ask you that.
Yeah. Hence I'm saying that it needs to be directed to the relevant person, because there are processes where he will allude and make you understand that we don't just say somebody become a councillor. There is this process that we have to run. Hence, I'm saying that question must be directed to the chairperson.
But you can't say yes or no. Like you can just say yes or no. Simple, just to put it away. Yes or no.
It's not a matter of say yes or no.
Yeah.
Even though when I say yes, that person won't be satisfied. I'm saying take the questions and ask the relevant person.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Anonymous, we must ask the chairperson, the former chairperson. You said what? Poppy Ramukopa, if you could repeat.
Dipolelo
Ramukopa. Sorry about that. Sorry, Dipolelo. Sorry, Dipolelo. All right. Another one just come in now. Okay. Chris says you're not telling the truth, and you're twisting the truth to your own favor. What's your response to that?
Yeah, no, that's Chris. It's fine. I know Chris.
Eh?
That's Chris for you. You will never satisfy Chris.
Yeah.
In whatever you are saying, you want. I've said this last time when Chris was on air.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
It seems as if I will be doing one thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it must be an argument between me and Chris. Chris, you were hosting Chris one day at the station. You phoned me. I've answered each and everything that Chris asked. He had his chance to ask me a lot of questions. I'm not lying. You were there. You can record back or each and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, can we deal with issues of service delivery? Because I deal with governance.
Yeah.
I don't deal with crime.
Yeah.
Crime, it's not part of service delivery. On the service delivery, there's no way where they cover crime. And we've got police under national to cover issues of crime. Hence, they say, and even if there's a burglary, they don't report that burglary to me. They report it to SAPS because they deal with issues of crime.
All right. In that article that you responded to, as citizen, you said and I'm gonna quote you now. Let me just go to the article quickly. Go to the article quickly, and then we can quote you because I don't want tomorrow to say, "Hey, I didn't say this." I just want to quote you exactly what was said in that article. You said, "Give me a minute." Just give me a second. You said, "I'm fully aware of the accusations." Of which were made by the so-called community, and it was just a handful. Let me just go there now quickly and quote it exactly the way it is. Then maybe we can explain to the community of Danville. This one, what you meant about that. Okay, it says okay. Wait, man, what is this thing? Why in Tabella, man? The number is still 064-548-776. Guys, if you still want to ask the councillor, the councillor is still here online with us, talking to us. So please use this opportunity to talk to him and ask him any question that you would like to have. Yes, sir.
I think I will have to call it in night. You phoned me to say there's a question that I want you to answer.
Yeah, because
I'll answer each and every question. If there are questions, if there are more questions, then I've already answered everything.
All right.
What is it that have to do with governance?
Remember, today's show is not about governance, Mpati. Governance, and you'll come and speak about the governance, and people will really ask you questions about governance. Moribuaka, what happened yesterday?
I've been on your air for 45 minutes now.
I understand, but remember, you need to give time to your people, brother. The people that have elected you to be in where you are today.
You see, you keep on saying you need to give it time. You need to give it time. I'm telling you that if there's any questions that people want to ask, there's a meeting on the 15th of August.
Yeah.
Please tell all the listeners to come to that meeting.
Okay. No,
I'm happy to answer everything into that meeting. But for now,
yes,
we've been doing. It's a line now. It's one question that I'm answering. One question I'm answering.
All right.
I'm running away from you. I'm running away from anything. I'm shy to answer anything. But I've been answering each and every question that we impose.
And I don't want it to look like that as well. So
let's
now what I'm saying, give people of what 60. Yeah. No, the other ones are still coming through. The other ones are...
Because they've got emergency, I need to answer those emergencies.
Okay,
I need to attend those issues. And even secondly, Councilor kuru ka rona go ba hapeletsa gore ba bue mara nna ke nagana gore by now ba boletse go tsutsa ba hape
I'm not forcing, because the questions are still coming through now. Shame. There's a lot of them that I can.
If the question was still coming through,
Yeah. Sharp. Let me ask you.
I still need to deliver service.
It's okay.
I need to look at my service delivery for.
It's okay. Let me ask you this one then. Let me ask you this one then. A quote from the article, you said, I'm very well aware of the accusations that the so-called community is making. It's only a group of people and not the entire ward. What did you mean by that?
I think that question you asked me,
yes.
I get.
No,
I put that question, and I've said it more.
Oh, so that was the answer to that. There is no sanko.
I mean, I've said to you that you even said to me, this thing you got to it's more of a personal than the issues of community. I said to you that it's more of a personal. Yes, correct.
Oh, I see. All right. Okay, let me go to this other question. Abu Fellow, maybe I hope it will Abu Fellow, and then okay.
Maybe Abu Fellow.
The other one is saying, please ask Mpati if he now have matric, because it was a requirement to become a councillor.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a requirement to be a councillor. Then if I didn't have matric, I wouldn't be a councillor. Thank you.
So you do have, okay. And then he says, Mpati and Mashiane are friends, hence he's rude and praising him.
No, Mashiane is a question. Mashiane, we serve under one politic. We are not friends.
Oh, you are under ANC.
We serve under one politic. Yeah.
You're both ANC members, or how are they under politics?
I didn't say ANC. We serve under one political.
Political what?
Yeah, I say we are serving under one political.
But let's not do that. Political what?
No, we are serving under one political party.
What political party, which is the
I'm
ANC?
I'm not here to promote my deployment.
No, man.
We are no why, but why maybe favor Mashiane.
Let's speak English, maybe, because remember we have other people that cannot understand Sutu and speak.
That's why you must have translators. South Africa in 11 official languages.
Yeah, but
you can't be saying I must then speak English only.
Yeah, you're trying to accommodate everybody else who's listening as well, who are part of this word.
How about those who doesn't know English and then bites to come? Are they saying that they must not be accommodated?
Which one?
Are we saying that those who doesn't know English?
Yes. No, I don't think. No, I think majority of us in Ward 60 knows English. That is what I'm saying. Can we maybe try to speak in a medium that everybody will be able to?
Because we'll have to go door to door to confirm that.
Oh, no, that's what I can do with you.
But one thing you must know is that we are living in a democratically world.
Okay.
Where there is 11 official language.
Yeah.
And one of those languages is sign language.
Yeah. But then we're in radio now. So we can't do sign language
there are also people that do sign. And they also want to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, one day I will get them.
And if you feel comfortable answering in Sotho, you must allow me to answer in Sotho.
Yeah. All right. The question says, the other question says, why is it personal? What is going on? So we are affected by personal issues that he's been mentioning since earlier. Why is this thing personal to you? Why do you think it's personal to you?
I will not go over and over again. It sounds like a broken record.
No, I think maybe the member just came in now, so she just caught that one. Yes. But then you only said it was personal. You never said to us, why is it personal? Why do you think it's personal? Yes. Yes.
And I've said it more in this thing is personal. There's a lot going on. Ne?
Yes.
Between me and the personal vendetta.
Oh, that you have against these people that are asking questions now.
I agree with you. It's that same woman.
I don't know, my brother. I'm just reading messages here. You can't put me in the corner to say which one. No, it's anonymous. It's anonymous that sends. It's anonymous that sends me. Yeah.
Next. What can we do to promote your radio? Or a lady show jewelry that will accommodate everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something a slot so that people who have an radio could listen to it. Because it's only that people who have an internet then they are able to listen to us.
Okay.
But some they are not because majority of our people don't have internet.
Okay.
And we Chinese no longer have that free internet that we used to have.
Yeah.
Even myself, I'm buying that. I don't have internet, so it's a privilege to listen to. I can have
okay.
Earphone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you want us to have a frequency 95.1 FM.
Yeah, you must have a frequency. You must have a frequency. Go to ICASA and apply for a frequency. They will tell you which equipment you must buy in order to have your own frequency.
Yeah. Okay. No, that will be more expensive to us, man. We are just a little station online. That's why we are online at the moment. But if anybody can sponsor us to have our own frequency, 96.5 or whatever FM, please contact me on 064 or talk to Cllr Mpati. Maybe they'll be able to help us to have that frequency so that anybody else can be able to have access to Kgosi FM. For those who can read.
I want to say thank you to you and thanks to all the listeners.
Yeah.
And all questions that I've answered, but I hope everybody stay blessed and have a successful sleeping period. Enjoy dreams. Perhaps maybe one of the dreams you might get lotto numbers, and then we were to enjoy your lottery numbers and your winnable. Thanks to everyone.
Okay.
And now I'm with the night.
Yeah. Before you go, let me just give you last two what Chris said. He said you said the shooting took place in a tavern, and then he said I can lay a charge now for defamation of character for what he just said live about me.
Tell Chris to go and open a piece of that defamation because I'm not getting that again.
Okay.
So. And now we want to use you as a bait. If we must come to Kgosi and have a leading. And this is one thing that I've always emphasized is that my job is to give a community of 60.
Yeah.
My job is to be a voice of the voiceless.
Yes.
Again?
Yes.
My job is to see and escalate matters that community not escalate.
Okay.
And ensure that it will get a very spectacular service. And where I know very well that I'm excelling in is giving 60 what they deserve.
Okay, last
question. Yes, we might fail there and there, but I can say I'm giving myself about 89%.
Yeah. Okay.
Mostly we are getting the fight.
All right. Last question.
So can I now call it a light?
Yeah.
I'm sure this is the. I'm sure we'll answer last question.
Yeah, last question.
No. Last will be last.
No, this one just says I just tuned into the show now, and then she or he says, "Why does Mpati delete our messages from Ward 60 group when we ask questions about land grabbers?"
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you, person.
Yes,
I've opened so many portals on Ward 60. I've opened a discussions where we can discuss any issues. Yes. I'm there personally on portal. Okay. I've opened service delivery issues such as only the issues that are the escalations. And I've specifically said there's rules and we must comply by those rules.
Okay.
So anything that has nothing to do with that portal, it must be taken to the relevant portal. Right. We've got portal politically where you are also there, where I believe that anything to do with political discussion should be taken there. Yeah. We've got issues here. I've even specifically opened one portal for issues of street light because I know that street light is one of the worrying factors that I want to group all the reference in one portal of street light so that when I go and sit in an RCF meeting, then I'm able to go back and tell them how many ref I have for street lights that are not being. And every ref that it's been attended, then I double check and then I delete. So the ones that are not being attended, I keep them as a point of reference.
All right.
So issues, and I've been saying this even last week. I'm dealing with the issues of what do you call that place? Danville, what do you call Danville 559 stroke 559. Yeah. But that length, it's not under what 60 to start with. But I've been entertaining the issue ever since. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time when Jagu was there, he also even tell you that no, he will speak to Ward 7 councillor.
Yeah.
And then he will come back to you again.
Okay, yes.
But just to give you a bit of an highlight is that they did audit on Monday. As the city, they wanted to do an audit on that land. Okay. We're just waiting for the outcome of audit.
Oh, so you haven't been told anything about
that? And I've been saying all along that the matter is at court. Okay. I have not lied about anything. The matter is at court. And there's no way that I can deal with the issues that they are at court. There's nothing I can do because it's now under the law.
Okay.
And they must then have verdict. We're waiting for verdict.
So you're not in any way involved personally in that land grabbing up there?
I'm not anyway involved.
Anyway personally involved, right?
Anyway personally involved.
You are saying this on record, again?
I'm saying this on record. Yeah. I'm not anyway personally involved. Oh. I'm putting it on record.
Oh, all right. And the people are getting death threats.
And I've been. I'm also. I can send to a message that I'm also being given a death threat as well.
Death threats. You have been threatened as well.
I'm also receiving such messages
of death threats as well. Okay?
There's ones that after I was just reading now where they are insulting me to a call.
Yeah.
But such message, such things, I'm keeping them. It's for my own record.
Okay.
And every time when there's something like that, I do a screenshot, I print it out and put it on my file.
All right.
So that even if when the phone gets stolen or anything, I've got that record with me.
All right. And your defamation and case that you have opened to several members, how is that going?
Yeah, I've opened the case is under investigation.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for a detective who's heading the case, but they've not yet responded to me.
Okay. I see. Because some people were called to come to police station on Sunday to avail themselves there.
They were called by police, no?
It was not under your instruction that they must come there?
No, it's police work. I can't give police
because again, by procedure, police must issue a warrant and come pick me up instead of saying, come over, somebody has opened up a case against you. So, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, thanks. I'm saying now you are asking me about the police matter. I'm not a policeman. I don't know how does the law of police works.
All right. Cllr Mpati, thank you so much for being with us today. Last thing from me, will you be available every time we need you to be like this on air to come to the station? To answer any question? Okay.
It can be every time.
Yeah.
We'll double check with our diary.
Okay.
If I'm available, I will come. But don't hold me. Don't say every time. But when I'm available, I'll definitely come.
Okay. And I'm going to hold you to that one of Ikasane. I need that money.
No, hence I'm saying when I'm available, I'll definitely come.
Yeah. And I'll hold you to that one of Ikasa that you must give me that money to get that frequency up and running. That everybody must be able to get this.
It's very easy to get that. I think I was working in the telecommunication industry. I know very well about the issues of frequencies. Oh. And I even know that the license, you only get it at the casa. But there's equipment that I know that you must buy in order to get a line of frequency. But subsequently, they also check whether you've got, if there's no local radio around, but we've got Peli FM, we've got TUT.
Yes.
You might not get a sandwich because they might age to one another because they are close to one another.
Yeah.
There's a certain
radius that you must be.
meters that you must be apart from each other.
All right. No, Mr. Councilor,
maybe you might get it, but good luck with that.
All right. No, Mr. Councilor, thank you so very much for taking our call, and we appreciate your time as well. Thank you so much for talking to your people, and That's your Councilor, Councilor Mpati. Have a good night, sir. Have a good night. Thank you so very much.
No, good night and good night to all the listeners.
Cheers. That was Councilor Mpati, coming to answer all your questions. Remember, our job here is to convey the message between you and him. To convey the message between you and him. Your Chris, you can call Chris, it's fine. Chris says he must call. Yes, you can call my bro. It's not a problem. Let me see. Oh, but before you call Chris, there was a call that was coming through, and I could not answer. Let me just call it back and see, and then I will give you a chance to call back, Chris. Give me a moment. Let me just get this one on the line, because this person was very much calling. Hello, Kgosi FM. Hello.
Kgosi, ore.
Kesha buena.
All right, man.
The miss call. Are you calling about the show or?
No, man. I'm just getting disturbed. I listen to your podcast always when you are interviewing the people.
Okay.
But I'm just being disturbed, like when are you operating on Chris' instruction? Because the only person who seems to be very vocal in the whole of Ward 60 it's only Chris.
Okay.
So we have things that we can say, but I heard also last time on your last show with Chris, keep on mentioning about a security company that Chris, because he's got a security company, which we don't know what does that have to do with the service delivery, because that company is not even operating in Ward 60. So I don't know where it's featuring in. And what disturbed me is that it's like the show is about Chris said this, Chris said this. So is it only Chris who is having challenges in our Ward 60 or whatsoever? And I've been listening also now when you were talking to the councillor. A lot of the questions are coming from Chris. So I'm quite disturbed. I like your show and I like following on your show, but because if there is this thing that when we'll be asking questions or we'll be talking and will be threatened about a case that will be opened against us, it makes us to ask ourselves before we even make any comment on your podcast. So maybe if you can just put it first and foremost that when talking in your podcast, we're not going to be threatened about cases that will be opened to us in whatsoever. We got things that we want to comment on and what we want to make part of your of whatever that you are saying, concerns that we are having, but with that element that some of us we still need to keep our what we call our record clean. We don't want to be finding ourselves asked a lot of questions or police behind us or whatsoever. So that's why we do reserve ourselves on engaging on your podcast. We like to engage on your podcast, but sometimes it becomes personal, and so for security reasons, I think we must change the tune and the way how we are dealing with the issues, because and let it not be a one-man show, because I don't know if you might have verified those things that you are getting. We got a different view on those things, but because if now the only thing that I'm hearing it is about the cases, police, what, so it's no more becoming nice, and it's always Chris say.
Okay.
If Chris is having any issue with the councillor, I think they can make appointment and sit down and resolve their issues and find each other, because what I can tell you from where I'm sitting, Chris and councillor in many situations, they've been together and they've been complaining with other things to the councillor. So which I'm not sure if you are told about that. I'm not in a position to disclose that, but I'm just saying it that let it not be a one-man show.
All right.
I'm not here saying saying this one is right or this one is wrong or whoever. But I'm just saying that I feel very quite disturbed because it's all about Chris. About Chris.
Okay.
Thank you, Kgosi.
Okay. Let me just stay on the line. Let me just try to answer everything that you've asked now. Okay. Number one, we are not working under Chris instructions. We are working about everybody's instructions. And whenever I start a show, I say everybody who has a comment or a question for the topic at hand, please send through. And if it's Chris sending a lot, I can't ignore just because some people are not sending yet. And I've tried by all my means to read each and every comment that comes in, however they are. Last time we had a similar show with Kazamola, I believe, or was it the day after Kazamola? And with the committee members. And somebody sent and said, you know what, we like it because you don't shield them from whatever criticism that comes. I won't read vulgar words. I won't read any serious personal attacks that I can see this is a personal attack for this, but I'm going to read the way it is, right? So Chris is the one that is sending more questions. So if he's got a beef with the councillor, I've asked them to come here together to do this thing, solve this thing between the two of them, get it done once and for all. All right, I did that publicly, and the councillor said he cannot be with Chris in the same room. It's not a problem. That is them doing their own thing. Number two, we are not working under any favor from anybody or anybody else. But if and to our defense, I have read each and every question or comment that came in, and most of them are anonymous. So the reason why I mentioned Chris's name is because he won't mind me mentioning his name online. I do believe for that, looking for that one. And we remember, it's open to everybody to send their questions and to ask any question, and we are going to read your questions as well. So it's not only going to be a one-man show of Chris or anybody else, but if it's Chris sending more questions and people not sending enough questions, I'm going to read what I get. What I get, if it's him, I'm going to read it out. If it's you, for example, I'm going to do the same thing. You understand? And you don't have to have any fear that you're going to be called to open up a case. If you've got something to say, you know what? Most of us as black people, we should know the law. We should learn to know the law, how the law operates. It doesn't mean that anybody can just go and open up a case against you and you can be afraid of saying or asking anything on radio or wherever. You can ask. You can ask that question, and then that question will go to the person. However the person takes, whatever that he does, it's up to him. But I don't think that we should be afraid to say, oh, I can't ask something, and then because I might be taken to task, or I might be taken into this thing, into maybe late charges against me. So what's happening is that we open up a portal, we open up a free portal for everybody to say anything, to ask any question, and then we can relay that question out there. So if Chris and Mpati have got their own beef, they will sort it out there. But then I can't ignore his questions that he's sending in here, as much as I can't ignore each and every other question that has been sent into the show. I hope we understand.
Yeah, cool. I understand it. But the other thing, Kgosi, I've heard now you were talking to the councillor saying the questions can be addressed to councillor for the community of Ward 60 to ask the councillor. But yes. What does that have to do now? Because I hear that councillor, you are friend to Mang Mang. So what does that have to do with asking questions to councillor?
I said questions or comments. So if somebody says a comment, that's why I ask the councillor, do you care to comment on that comment? And he says, no, it's fine. Then we move on. So it's not only questions, my brother. It's questions and comments. And people will comment on what the councillor is saying, and what the councillor is saying. So I cannot only limit questions to say, okay, only questions. Some people don't have questions, they've got comments. So I'll read the comment and I'll ask the councillor, and as I've done, councillor, do you care to comment on this? I said, no, let's move on. It's straightforward. What do I have to comment on that one? And we move on. So it's more about the questions and comments. Maybe what 60 people mostly shape your things into questions more than in comments, because I want to cater for everybody, my brune. Like anybody who says a comment or a question, I will always cater for that. So if you're saying a comment, I'll read the comment out, and then, like I did with the ward committee members who were here, I was reading those comments, and some of them were very vicious, and I could feel myself that way. But because we are leaders, we're going to take it on the chin with thick skin, like I always say. So it's up to the leaders to say, yes, I'm going to answer that, or I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. So, Bona, don't be afraid to ask any question, my brother. Ne? You are open to do that.
No, with me.
Yeah.
No, with me, Coach. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm a straight talk, and I say it the way how it is. Yes. But I was just raising it that as I've been listening to your to your show, it's all about. You just said it recently. Now that. Somebody say he's gonna open a defamation of character or whatsoever.
Well,
so
that
is not what's supposed to.
Yeah, that was Chris saying he's gonna open, and I was thinking, the councillor that he says he's gonna open a defamation of character because of what you said live on air now, and because he sent it here to me in a public platform.
That one question. Yeah, that one question.
Yeah,
I think can you try it to talk to Chris if possible, not to mention such thing, because it makes people now to have a fear on coming to your show and make comments, because when they will be threatened that I'll open a case of defamation to you. I think it's not going to make justice for us and justice for your podcast.
I understand.
We like your podcast, and we like to listen to it, and we like to participate.
All right.
We are learning a lot from it, and there's a lot that we don't know that we're hearing from it. But there is one element which it is quite disturbing me as a person.
Okay, I understand the question.
I'm not saying that it must be done through the way how I wanted it, but I'm just saying that it is quite disturbing. Maybe others also, they might be having that feeling in disturbed like that, because engagements and arguments, they must be there, but at the end, we must not end up being threatening each other. I don't think it is what your podcast, and when you invite people for interview, you wanted that to end up being the case like that. That you say this on Kgosi's podcast. Other people, their names, they have been mentioned there, but they are not participating in the show. So what do you want those people then to say when they hear their names being flying on the air? But they are not saying anything. They kept quiet.
Yeah, that is why all the time I always say anonymous, and he will be the councillor saying, no, I know this person. I say, no, don't. And I even mentioned, said, don't say that you know the people, because now people will feel intimidated that they can't even say much, because you will say you know them, and then saying that I know you, who you are, that means for them it might be like, oh, he's trying to shut me down and everything. But Mona, thank you so much, Moranaka. I appreciate what you've just done for us now, and then we will take that in consideration. And then, like I said earlier, we are not here to fight anybody's battles or to be in the middle of everybody. We're here to give the news and to give the local news and to give people a platform to come here and sit and talk to us and tell us what they think and what they believe. So thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. All right. I have another call that just came through. Let me just go to that caller there quickly. Just give me a second. Let me just get this one quickly. Evening. How are you, sir? Welcome to Kgosi FM.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Who am I speaking to from where?
Okay, my name is Bernard. I am calling from Danville, Ward 6.
Ward 60. Okay, so how can I help you this evening?
I want to comment on your last caller.
Yeah.
There's a saying that says, if government wants to disarm the country, they're likely to do something you wouldn't need the arms for.
Okay.
And your previous caller says everything is about Chris, and Chris wants this and Chris wants that, etc. And I've been listening to the entire conversation. And right down to Mpati's inputs as well. Chris has been involved in this community for a while. I'm not coming up for him, but what I've noticed, and I see on the groups as well in the discussions.
Yeah.
The inputs are always given, and there's a lot of, when Mpati doesn't want to answer something, there's a lot of people that comes up in his defense.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to answer something.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is asking things that are relevant to the community. I sit and listen to these broadcasts, and I learn a lot about the community.
Yeah.
I learn a lot about what is happening, and I speak to a lot of people as well.
Yes.
And I get the feeling that the callers defending this, saying we see this as threats, as threatening information and threatening talk and all these kinds of things. If they cannot handle the direct questions, then they need to step away from the fire.
Yes.
Mpati and the rest of the people that are serving in these forums, these people are voted to these forums, to these committees to serve the community. They're not in a position to say that I'm not going to answer your question.
Yeah.
They were voted to serve, to have to answer the questions, and it's to the people who voted that they got to account.
Yes.
They don't account. Yes, they account to the government, to the office held.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the votes that got them there. Once the elections are finished, it's not about the people who voted for them. It's about the office they hold to serve the entire community.
Yeah.
So they do not have, they've lost that right to say, you do not ask me this or you do not ask me that.
Yeah.
If it's within the ambit of their responsibilities, they are obliged on all accounts to answer and account to.
Yeah.
So if they want to run away from, they're scared of this court case or this threat or making cases or whatever the case may be. We've seen what happens with the state capture and all these kinds of things that have happened in the country.
Yeah.
If we are sitting with people that are sitting in office that have wayward intent, they shouldn't be there.
Mm.
And if they do not want to face the horrible questions, they shouldn't be there either. Because it is the people who put them there
Yeah.
that have these questions, and the people who put them there are the people who are to be served and who feel that they are not being served. They want to know why not.
Yeah.
People complain about holes in the streets, potholes.
Mm.
They want to know why aren't the potholes being filled? Elections are finished. Why aren't the potholes now being filled?
Yes.
Why suddenly now do we have to, Mpati's been saying he's been escalating, and I've been watching the groups, he's escalating the calls, etc., etc. Now the elections are finished and there's less calls being escalated, or he's busier. I don't know what his program is.
Mm.
The bottom line is, Chris is asking all the questions because Chris is the one that the community runs to for everything.
Yeah.
I recall with the previous conversation last week when Marianne was on the show.
Mm.
Who exactly did you call to go sort out the hijacking?
He called Chris.
Called Chris. Not the police, Chris. Because Mpati is referring to this.
Mm.
This previous caller says the community doesn't, Chris's company doesn't perform anything in this community. I think that incident proves him wrong.
Yeah. All right.
So this isn't coming up. It's just saying that people need to face reality. If they feel that the police is serving the community as they should and the police are performing as they should, you call the police.
Yeah.
If the Metro cops are performing as they should, call out the Metro cops. Marianne was at point with her last conversation where she referred to the Metro cops not working after hours.
Yes.
She did refer to that in her last conversation.
They're not working after hours.
Why then do we not, if they are serving the community, why don't we have the Metro cops enforcing bylaws after hours? They've increased their numbers by 10,000 troops. The police have increased their numbers twice by 10,000 troops.
Okay.
Why then do we have this lack of capacity?
Yeah.
Aren't these the questions you should be asking instead of people saying, why is Chris asking all these questions? Shouldn't we then be saying, why isn't the police on the show answering the questions?
All right. I think the best thing that people can do and all of us can do, and to not to be charged later on, just to answer that one of defamation and charges. And something which is an allegation is an allegation. No one can go to open up a charge and say, oh, there's this, someone said there's an allegation about me, about blah, blah, blah. So people mustn't be afraid to say something. So long as it's an allegation, it's an allegation. And you have to mention that it's an allegation. It's not a true proven fact. Hence, we want to prove it to become a fact. Okay. And like I said earlier to the caller myself, I've opened up the calls and the SMSs for everybody to do that. And if it's going to be only you, for example, sending questions, I'm going to read your questions as well. I'm not going to just ignore them because it's only you. I mean, you're the only one who's participating, so why should I ignore your questions and your calls? And if anybody has information about Chris's company not working in Danville, I don't have. I'm not privy to that, and I'm not going to entertain that because it doesn't really help anyone in any case, in any shape or form. At the end of the day, he is available and he's everywhere. And he has assured me as well that, you know what, even if you call me, even if Councilor Mpati calls me, I'm going to run to whatever he's calling to. And we saw that last week. I'm not promoting him. I'm just stating the fact that is happening. That there was that hijacking up there. Calvin called and sent me pictures and said to me, please ask someone to help. And then he was the first person here. And I said, go quickly and check what's happening. And he went and then everything was resolved.
Exactly.
The ATM thing as well, he was present on the scene. So if we have proactive members of the committee like that, I say we give them a chance to do what they are good and best at. So long as it's helping the community and really benefiting our community, that's why we do that. And I'm going to say this again on air to you, on record. This, whenever we do a podcast like this, it's open to every person. Every person that's got a phone to be able to send a WhatsApp or a whatever comment or question, you are allowed. I don't have a problem with that. And if you're going to say something like Chris is doing this, say allegedly, so that you mustn't be in danger tomorrow of being taken to court and say, you said this on Kgosi FM show. Say allegedly said, so that person will never take out and say, no, oh my God, it was said as a fact. I hope you understand that.
I do, and I fully agree. I agree with you. I've been out on the patrols, and there are numerous people that are out on the patrols that I respect for the time that they dedicate. They are not calling in because they know what they do out there and what they face out there. There are people that are calling in that have questions. It doesn't help the people responsible and accountable to the community duck and dive the questions and say, why didn't you go here or why didn't you go there? Or everyone is tuned. Not everyone can always make it for the meetings, but everyone can tune into the show.
Yeah,
the show is a bigger footprint than attending the meetings.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So why not just answer the question where you have the maximum capacity on air?
Yeah. Well, he said the 15th of August, there's a meeting there. So please, guys, all of us, let's go there and be able to ask him face-to-face this time questions that, Bruce, thank you so much for your time and taking your call with us. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, 2 callers, 60, I appreciate it. I'm going to read these comments now. It says, I'm struggling why this guy is even saying anything. I don't think Chris knows him, okay? As long as Chris is not saying anything to us about opening a case, we don't care what he threatens. Yeah. Bon, guys, let me see. Okay. I would like to answer Steven's things. Okay. Let me call Chris and then let him come in and answer. Guys, listen, this show is not about Chris. Okay, it was never about Chris from the beginning. It was never about Marianne and Chris and whoever. This show is about everybody. We include everyone, and I've been getting a lot of SMSs coming through from different people. That was saying, and someone will be saying anonymous, and I'll say anonymous, and I mentioned the name Chris because I know he will never mind me mentioning his name online like this. Okay, so I'm not doing any favor to anybody. That is why I asked a question and I read the comment the way it is. Hence, somebody did say to us, you know what, we like it because you don't shield this place like these people. And if there's any beef between Chris and the councillor, that's them. They mustn't bring it here. And I don't even want to be in the middle of that. But I'm taking 2 sides. And as you have seen and as you have heard from all the people that sent questions, it was different people asking questions to the councillor. Not even to their only, but other shows as well. So let me just call Chris quickly and then let's hear what he wanna answer. Yeah. Then I think we're gonna close the show now.
The number you have dialed does not.
Oh, Chris, what's happened to your number now? It doesn't exist all of a sudden. What's happened? Did they hack you as well, or what? Let me just go and try again. Okay. There we go. Chris, how's it?
How's it, Kgosi? How are you?
I'm great, my bro. How's it?
I just want to answer a few of the questions that were placed there.
Yes, please.
Number one, my company has been registered since the July 2015. Okay?
Yeah.
It is registered with the address that I'm staying in because my office is at home. And I actually apply by the law, which says that I can use up to 20% of my property to run my business, and I have under 10 employees that work on my premises. So that is first of all.
Yeah.
Okay. Second of all...
Are you listening to yourself now?
Yes, now I'm talking about myself because they said that my company is not registered.
No, I'm saying I can hear a background. Somebody's listening to you now. Are you listening to yourself as well?
Okay, just hold a second. Okay.
Yeah.
So my company is registered. I do operate in Pretoria West.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My company is registered in Pretoria West. The first registration was actually made in Centurion when we were operating the whole of South Africa. Okay.
Yes.
And when we moved back to Centurion, to Pretoria West, I re-registered the address with SAPRO. Okay.
Yes.
So everything that I have done is legal. Okay, that's number one. Stephen likes to try and point fingers at me. I don't care what he has to say. But the fact comes down to I am registered, and if he feels that I'm not, then he must take the proper steps and report me. I have no problem with that because I have all the evidence that I need to produce in and show that my company is registered.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just to clarify that. Second of all, along the grapevine, they have heard that I'm going to dedicate my company, my crime prevention side, to Danville or to Ward 60. Okay,
yes.
I'm going to dedicate my crime prevention side. opening a dedicated security company to Danville itself, which we have already started a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So it is registered. So he's welcome to go and check wherever he would like to go and check.
Okay, so before then, Chris, were you working, because he said you're not working, if you're talking about the same person, he said you're not working, your company now is not working in Ward 60. So are you saying you're going to start now being visible in Ward 60, and where have you been working before?
No, I've been operating in Ward 60 for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
So Stephen really needs to have his facts checked, first of all, okay? And I don't want to take an issue with him because, yes, me and him do have issues. Yes, me and the councillor do have issues. My issues with the councillor isn't personal, okay? My issues with the councillor is for the community of Ward 60, okay?
Okay.
The community has been talking about these things, all right? It doesn't mean because you take part in 1 or 2 patrols in over 3 years that you can sit and try and tell people that they don't have a company in the area.
Yeah.
You know, so there we go. Second of all, the councillor was very correct. It didn't happen in his ward, but he was the one that phoned me to tell me that the person had shot the person in the tavern. And the person that was shot was taken to Pretoria West Hospital.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I have asked him this question in front at General Bayes. I asked him this in front of the station commander at a community meeting he had years ago.
Yes.
I have asked him this in front of one of the ANC members that were with him at Westview before he had the meeting. I've asked him this at General Bayes. And I asked him this again when they had the ward committee voting at Westview. I asked him this again. And each time, he never gave any explanation to what he gave you over the radio. And I have witnesses to that.
Okay.
Does he have witnesses?
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chris.
Okay. Then coming back to the councillor, I just want to say this. He is correct. As long as he can say to the community, he lives in Ward 60.
Yes.
He doesn't need to give out his address. And I know people might just disagree with me about this, but in the 8 years that I've been here, I know about 2 other councillors, and I'm not going to say from which political party, that have been intimidated at their homes.
Yes.
Okay, so I agree with the councillor there. He doesn't physically have to give out his address.
But he himself said that he is receiving those death threats as well.
Yes, and one of those death threats is from one of the guys that shot the guy that landed up in Pretoria West. So you can understand, yes, he is afraid of that.
Okay.
I would be afraid too. So I agree with what the councillor is saying there. But the fact is, that's why I hit on the point. Why didn't he go? He knew about it. He knew about the guy in Pretoria West Hospital.
Yeah.
He even went as far as to get the name of the guy in Pretoria West Hospital. And I said to him, please give me that name. And he refused to give me that name.
Oh, okay. All right, Chris.
Okay. So it's not a case of I've got a personal issue with the councillor himself.
Okay.
It's the case that he's the things that he is doing. That's where I have the thing. And you know what? I don't need to talk for myself. I think there's enough members in this community that can testify to basically, I do try and help where I can. I'm not saying I'm the hero.
Yes.
I'm saying that I'm there for the community.
Yeah.
And just one last thing, where the councillor said when I was on your show, and the councillor called me a liar and said he doesn't delete people. He just basically contradicted himself and explained to you why he does delete people.
Yeah. Well, at least he answered to tell us why he...
he answered it.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy he did, because technically he has to take back the fact that he called me a liar. because he just admitted he does do it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got his reasons for it, and I know what his reasons are for deleting me too. It was because I put it very plain and clear. I've got no confidence in it.
Yeah.
That's why I would delete it.
Yeah.
And Stephen is one of the people that likes to delete people from things. He even said in front of a meeting that Marianne and I called where Francois was standing and the councillor, and he admitted in front of the whole crowd that he deleted me from a group. And he's prepared to give me another chance. I don't need his chance. He does nothing for me. He doesn't even help us with problems. So it doesn't make a difference to me whether he deletes me or not. Because we've got our own group that we report crime to, which he's not part of. So, you know what? I don't really care.
Yeah.
But that comes down to, I take offense to what Stephen said, that my company is not registered and does not operate in this area.
Yeah.
Because if I ask the community now that is listening to please send messages to you now to confirm, do I work in this area? Let's see what happens.
Yeah. No, I understand. But Chris, listen, it's not, but I don't want to enter into personal things with anybody. Like I said earlier, we are doing this for the community, not for between two people who have a beef amongst themselves. So
no. I don't want to fight anybody else's beef when it comes to certain people in the community.
Yes.
But I will fight for this community when people are doing something wrong.
All right. No, it's fine. Listen, thank you so much for coming through, my bro. I will talk to you later. And then, I think it's time for us to leave now.
All right.
Thanks, brother. Cheers. Have a good night. All right. Okay. What's the time now? 12 minutes past 10. My goodness. Yeah. But you know what? We are uncensored, we are unfunded and unscripted. So we can go as long as it can. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies of 460, thank you so very much, man, for taking your time today and being with us. And I want to thank you so very much again for that. And then your participation on this podcast really and this show really shows me your resilience and then your commitment to your own word. And I appreciate that so much about you. And I wish, like I said last time, I wish each and every ward had the same kind of resident as you are. So please, Kgosi FM is here for everybody. Everyone. And you know what? We used to ask the same questions in Motsweding FM. Another question, because we'll always have people that way. Always, we are the ones who are always commenting and calling and doing. And we kind of thought that maybe these people are favoring these people. But it's not the case. The case is that if something is put out there and say, listen, you are given the opportunity to do something and you don't do it, and one person does it over and over again, we can't ignore that person. We're going to attend him. We're going to give him what he says because he's the one who's hearing the message, hopefully not, alone, hopefully not, and he's doing accordingly and he's sending questions and he's asking questions. So at the end of the day, to be honest with you, we attend to whoever wants to attend. I don't screen calls. That's why whenever somebody calls me and I'm on the call, I'll call them back. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're screening calls, you know, okay, this one is Steven, for example. No. And this one is Marianne, and this one is Jabu. No, we don't do that. We make sure that we attend to each and every person, we open to each and every person that is out there and that wants to be part of the show. So the radio station is yours to use however you want to use it, whatever you want to say, if you want to come here, but not a personal battle with somebody else. I don't want that. I want to be involved in those things because we are not here for that. And to be used by some people who's got grudges against other people, I don't want that. That is why we're going to have a lot of diverse, because we've been doing this thing for 60 for a long time. I think we're going to have to diversify a little bit here. But it's the news that is there, and we can't ignore them and say, we're going to do something else. But if something is pressing and it's in front of me, I can't ignore it. So, like I said, the show is open for you. The station is open for you. You guys need to use us. And if we invite and say, guys, please call in or please WhatsApp, comment or question, don't sit back and listen. And one person now is doing that I've asked them to do, and then now we take issue and say, why is this only this person? Because you are not doing it yourself. I hope we understand each other. Thank you so very much. I don't know if I just got a last comment now. Okay. And I'm going to really say thank you for opening up our eyes. Not all will agree with you. You know, it's not a matter of agreeing like the councillor said, he's not money. He can't be loved by anybody. So I'm not money. He can't be loved. But it's not a matter of loving. My job, remember, is to ask questions and to ask relevant people questions. And that is why I always make sure that before I can even put anything on air, I call somebody. If it's Jabu Nkosi, I'm going to call him and ask him, Jabu, we're going to do this show today, tomorrow. What do you think? Cllr Mpati, we're going to do this tomorrow. Can we be part? What do you think of this? And then I'm going to come and I'm going to give you exactly what he said. Because I don't want to say, oh, allegedly he said this, or he said, I'm going to make sure that there's a recording for him. He'll answer it for himself, because then you can hear that it is his words. And remember, we're not doing this to come after anybody. We're not doing this to do anything to anyone. This is a public station. It's a privately owned, yes, but it's a public station for everybody of Ward 60 to use as they please. So thank you so very much again, gentlemen and ladies of Ward 60, for taking your time, man, and your data and being with us. And today the stream was perfect. I think we deserve this. So it's game. There's no hacker that is formed against us that will prosper. That's what Westview. Yeah, there is no hacker that is formed against us that will prosper. There is no weapon that is formed against us that will prosper. This is Kgosi FM, your only choice of radio station. And like I said, I'm going to do this. We need to fill up the slots that when Councilor Mpati, who said on record that he can help us get an FM frequency, thank God for that, then that time we can be able to be reached by everybody else without even using any data. So we need to fill up slots. On the station from 6 to 9, we need presenters for that. 9 to 12, 12 to 3, 3 to 6, and then 6 to 7. We need presenters for that, because we need to make this station to be active not 24/7, but at least to be there until the time when we finish now. And if needs be, we can be able to continue again for the whole night, and then we make it a 24-hour station. But to start with, we can do with normal sleeping hours until 10 o'clock, maybe in the evening, or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the evening, and then we can continue like that. So thank you so very much, gentlemen, ladies. So please contact me on 064548776 Limpote if you are interested in joining our team here in Kgosi FM. And remember, it's a voluntary. I can't pay you yet until we get more sponsors that can be able to sponsor the shows, and we can be able to have advertisers because of your work on the station. So thank you so very much. Remember, this is going to be on a podcast on Spotify and Anchor FM. You just go there and you search the Kgosietsile live show, and I'm gonna post it again on YouTube maybe tonight. I'm gonna just upload it tonight, so I'm gonna get it done, and then uploading it tonight, and then you can be able to go there and watch and enjoy more. And please comment, like, and subscribe our podcast. Thank you so much for everybody who took time and to come into the station today to talk to us, Mr. Cllr Mpati. Thank you so much for taking your time, Kgosi, to be part of us today. Everybody who commented, those who are anonymous, all of you anonymous, thank you so much for taking your time again, for being with us. And Stephen, if I'm not sorry for mentioning your name, but Stephen, thanks so much for your call, my bro, and anybody else who called us in here. We thank you so much. We appreciate it, and thank you so much. Have a lovely night further. Bye bye. God bless.